bluff. Trolling through the blockchain, slaying heavy clout. Spitting on the mic, what's the latest, what's about? Politicians tripping, headlines flipping out. In the heart of the South, where the whispers turn to shouts. Meetings in the shadows, hustlers making plans. Deals going down, gripping tight, shaking hands. City buzzing loud, news dap in demand. Dirty South vibe, deep roots, dirty land. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads not in syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads not in syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, living thick.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to the Drop By discussion. I am Resla, and of course, you got Obi here, the one and only OG Do Dirty. Hopefully, you guys are actually having a good day, good night tonight. We're gonna have some things pretty set up for you guys, but hopefully, you guys are doing pretty good. Are you good over there, OG? Uh-oh. All right, all right. Oh, OG, I'm not too sure because I can't hear you on my side. OG, just check your mic to make sure.
Those who want to come on up.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, he back in there now. So you couldn't hear me this whole time?
No, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, good. The chat hear me because I don't know. I was talking this whole time. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I've been talking this whole time, hitting buttons and everything. But anyway, since
Yeah.
everybody can't hear me, welcome everybody to the D.B.D Drop By discussion with OGDoDirty in.
You got a wrestler over here.
That's a fact, man. We're about to drop this link for those who want to come up. And she said, get your shit. That's a whole fact, crazy mama. I got to get it together. I'm over here messing up. That's crazy. So the link is pinned. I'm about to pin it on my channel. Also have it pinned on the channel. If y'all want to come up and join the conversation, come on up. We already got a guest in the back. Let me get this together real quick.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
The whole fact. How you doing, my good sir?
That's a fact, sir. You led me here. Let's see where it goes.
Man. Yeah, that's my thing. I'm gonna have LA do that for the people come up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you do that, let me hear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the shout out to the boy Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for me for the one time. Can everybody hear everybody pretty good now?
Yes, sir. Sounds good on this time.
Yep.
Cool. Now it is pinned to both chats. Make sure you go to both channels, subscribe to if you want to go to a Resla channel, just do YouTube at Resla. If you want to do OGDoDirty channel, it's YouTube at OGDoDirty. You can find both channels easily. We will be dropping each other's links so that way you can be subscribed to both pages. Anything you want to get on there, Riz? Anything you want to say, brother?
No, it's been pretty clear of a day. Not much we can say about it. Just thinking about some of the things that are going on through the internet, some of the topics that been happening throughout some of the areas at least I've been in, and then also thinking about the one pretty much that even LA was talking about today when we were talking about uh, what people are really interested in when it comes to the internet. It's a conversation that we've been having for a while, and I think it's going to be a back and forth depending on what your actual ambitions are. It's I think it goes more to the audience than the creators themselves, and I think that's something we might have to explore. Do we place too much into the hands of the audience than we do the creators as creators? I think that was a question I should have really asked LA.
He
Thinking
should
about
be
it,
popping up,
like,
so there should be something good to go on. But so try to break that down for us, if you don't mind, like what you mean by it, so we'll know what direction we need to go in with this
sure.
conversation.
So even the conversation was something that even came up on the Cellulite podcast. And what happened was there was a conversation about basically there's no originality when it comes to particular conversation and particular niches on YouTube, especially with these panels. And then there was a conversation about basically what is a content creator, at least away from my point of view. What was a content creator? What's original content? Because like if you're just reviewing something, if you're not making something that is quote original, is it content? And that's where pretty much people were having a bit of a back and forth. And then today on LA's channel, we were having a talk about it. There was the conversation of if you're doing these things, does it really come out to be content? And this is something that was even earlier in it. Now there was a talk about yes, maybe no, whatever. And I think it's been switching back and forth. I know at one point LA was on the favor of no, and now he's kind of like in the camp of yes. And I think it's because if you can find a way to still put your own particular spin on it, then yes, it's content. But if anybody can just do it, there's something to be held there. I, I think it's the whole point of authenticity and originality. That's the thing that's important. But then another conversation came up, and this is the crux of us as creators. If we start this with the idea of having something that we want to say is our own, but then we cannot even do the things that we want to do because we are beholden to our audience only wanting one particular thing. Can we say that we're creators anymore? Can we say that we even really own our own content if we are not allowed to explore and create what we want? And that was something that we were trying to get into, and I can't really say, to me it's a no. But the stance that rather the position that LA was on was yes. Because you're still getting paid, you're still getting money, you're still getting subscribers, you're still getting all the accolades and everything. But I'm like, but now you're stuck doing a job that you don't want to do. And I think a lot of people got into YouTube to avoid that. What are your thoughts?
Well, when it comes to the YouTube creation, the reason why I asked it, because you broke it down nicely. 'Cause I was trying to make sure we was on the same page on what we call creation, right? Because most people that I see create things or have the content that they create, you know what I'm saying? They have, it's like DIY videos, informational videos, stuff like that. Now, would you
Yep.
consider panel shows content? I would, because everybody is bringing their own perspective, right? And it depends on, even if it is, I think this was the talking point the other day, regurgitation of something that was said somewhere else. When people make their own analogies or people switch up a way of talking to fit their point, don't you think that should be the So and to that point, that makes to me that everything that I see on her entertaining, and which would be anytime that you're entertaining, you'd be making content for somebody to watch, because everything is to watch on her. It's not like you reading about it. You know what I mean? While you on YouTube, you're watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I think it was in reference to, well, like I said, this is a conversation that kind of went in and kind of got started on Say I's podcast, but kind of become a continuation. And we've been talking about this for a while, a little bit off and on, but it's really been hitting home at least for the last couple of days now. And for me, this is where I get into that very separation of the the niche of the content versus the content creator. Like because there are people who they are the content. Yes, they can talk about different shit, but they literally are the content. So I think of like when I think of like the red pill creators or whatever, right? There are people who are absolute entertaining. When I hear people who talk about or like the DMP talk, but like they're funny with it, like I think of like the lead attorney, funny motherfucker. He definitely has his own spin, but can still bring up a lot of stuff. He brings up court cases, he brings up uh, relationship dynamics, he brings his own experience, but he's also humorous. A lot of people can't bring that in. It's like, why do you watch, say, Steven Crowder versus why you're watching Tim Pool? They're different personalities. One may work for one side, one may work for another. Some may get annoyed by one side, people get annoyed with the other. I think when you bring a particular personality into your framework, that when people think of this particular show, they think of you, not just the content, then you're a content creator. But if you are just regurgitating the same old lines and I can't really tell the difference between you and the next person, you're not a content creator in my mind.
Okay. Mama Mayo, you got anything you want to say on that?
I need to listen a little bit more.
No, most of it to me is just it seems to be entertainment, unless you're doing like DIY instruction type like that. To me, it's just entertainment.
I see that. I just think that there are a lot of people who start in niches because the niche is entertaining, not because they are entertaining. And as
Oh
a
yeah,
channel, as
totally.
a content creator, you need to be entertaining,
Oh yeah.
or at least the thing that you're trying to push towards people needs to be entertaining.
Or you have to be so much more intelligent about the subject than 90% of the other people talking about it on YouTube that it draws people to you.
100%.
You know, like cellulite. Cellulite loves to dig into public records. And he brings that to the screen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's
Listen, I'll
very
be
good
trying to
at it.
get funny as hell.
Yep. Oh yeah, he brings receipts. He brings receipts.
But that's when I say like that's a content creator. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
it seemed like God damn, like he goes in, but he also brings a humor in it that makes you like, damn, he's got the receipts and it's funny as hell.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the
Not
whole
many people
point of
do
it,
that.
because I look at that. That's the whole point of it, because if everybody can have the receipts, right, and everybody is going to be again saying what you were saying, which, like I said, I agree to your point when you said the regurgitation part. Everybody going to keep on saying the same thing over and over. Ain't it up to the person who is giving the information out to put something on? You know what I'm saying? To make it into something. That'll be the content creator part, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But yeah, twisting it, bringing another angle, you know.
Making it funny at certain points, making
Yeah.
the, you know what I'm saying, throwing stuff in there that, you know what I'm saying, that go along with it to, you know what I'm saying, collaborate with what you're trying to say, but
Yeah.
do it in an entertaining way. See, to me, that's when I say, like I was saying, telling Resla earlier, like, you know what I'm saying, that's, to me, that's all content creation, because if it wasn't for you, I would be getting the same old, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the best teachers I remember. We're all entertainers. They knew how to draw a classroom in and make it fun to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The one do you remember most of the most engaging?
Yep. Yep.
I think a lot of people, like I said, the people who just regurgitate, they are saying what they literally saw on someone else, or they use the same framework, the same talking points, the same lingo. There's nothing original.
Yeah.
In order to be a content creator, you need to have a bit of originality. You need
No,
to have
and
you need to find a way
yeah.
to make it yours.
And I think that's what's killing the manosphere. Is you got the same people saying the same shit the same way. All the time. Every channel. And most of it's Kevin Samuels talking points.
For those who like to stay in that lane, absolutely. For those who have carved out a particular niche in those areas, like a content creator who I know, regardless of how much no matter how much he does the roughly the same stuff, no matter how many times I'm watching him, I always find his content entertaining. Even though it's not stuff that I subscribe to, I always find his shows entertaining. And that's Coach Rick Adams. I'm always laughing every time I listen to his show.
Yeah, who was that guy we watched the other day? With the real soft voice. And he was talking about Umar's mom and daughter, or baby mama and daughter.
I don't remember, but I know who you're talking about because LA was talking about him earlier.
Yeah, really monotone, just boring.
Yeah.
You know, he got a voice for audiobooks that make you go to sleep.
Thank you, Crazy Mama. Put my link in the chat for those who need to go over there and subscribe. And I'm gonna throw Wrestlers in his chat and my chat, so that way y'all can go over there and subscribe to Wrestlers if you over on OGDoDirty page. Don't forget, y'all, we do have a goal that we do be trying to reach. It collabs with both shows, so we appreciate all the support that people send us. If you want to send us cash apps, please go over to Wrestlers page. We have super chats over there. You can do the super chats over there. We got a goal of just 10. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support the page, hey, hit the super chat. Support that way. If you don't do the super chat and you only support on Cash App, Wrestlers Cash App is at the bottom, and also mine is too, so you can support the show that way. We appreciate everybody for being in here, and make sure you hit the like while you're in here. Wipe your feet off when you come in, speak to people inside the chat and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Appreciate you all. And already starting the march. Already good start on the march. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Mayo. We give him a little something. We got to give Mayo something for putting that down for us right there, man. You know what I'm saying? He coming back. Appreciate you, Mayo.
You even spelled that shit wrong.
You say what?
I said I even spelled that shit wrong.
I went off challenge. That's what he was. When he said that, you know,
Snowman jumped on that quick.
Yeah, look at you know he ain't gonna play. You know, Angus Snowman be reading.
Yes, sir. I'm a product of public schools.
Ain't we all?
And I fixed airplanes for a living. That's scary as fuck.
Hey. But you came up with a word that rhymes with orange.
Okay, like that.
Orange. Yeah, that's challenging Asian. That's all that is.
So even to
Did you
have
say
that
alien or Asian? You said Asian. Right?
Asian.
So what would you? Let's dive deep into this. So what would you not see as content creation? And, you know what I'm saying? If you could think of anything, let's try to run through those that's not content creation.
People that hate watch.
Well, hate watchers. That's the audience. Unfortunately they're not the creators. Content creation is based on creators and influencers. It's not really the audience. Your audience is a response to what you put out. If you put out a shitty heavy metal band, and you get the few supporters that you get, well, that's your audience. If you put out really good music, that's going to be your audience.
Yeah.
You're not going to put out good piano music, good orchestra, and then get shitty fucking or rock fans. That's just not the way that works. So it's really about what the content creator is doing, and also what's the ultimate goal of the content creator. Because we say this as well when we get the crazy communities that want to do the stupid shit like dox or troll all the time or whatever. I'm like, as the content creator, you're responsible for that community, and this is something I've actually had arguments with other content creators about. No, I'm not responsible for my community. You're the one that goes live. You're absolutely responsible.
And you're the one that lets them do their stupid shit in the chat. That's all controllable.
Yep. I think those who do not try to try to answer your question, OG, I think those who don't try to make things originally them, make the content theirs, are not content creators. Because there are people who, quite frankly, not and depending on how you even look at it, those who really don't, they just talk about themselves. And if people are just interested in hearing about them, that's cool. But there are some people, and Mayo, Mama, see if you follow me on this, that they turn on their lives and really they're just filibustering to fill in time. They're not really saying shit.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
good
Or
what you
trying to
said.
steer it to what they want to talk about on somebody else's panel.
Yeah.
That's a common affliction in these
The
streets.
Sale had a lot to say about this, so I hope he hits the link and come on up so I can ask him that same thing. Because, like I say, I don't disagree with you, Resla. Like I said, I'm thinking of it, but every time I think about it, even if somebody just talking about somebody, is it content creation? If they having a bullshit ass just going back and forth stream, or you know what I'm saying? With it, but I'm still looking at it as once they put it online and they put whatever they want to put into it, even if it's just them on a blank screen or no nothing into it, and won't there still be content creation?
Well, let me put it this way: if am I an artist if all I make is imitations? Think about that.
I want to say yes.
Mayo, Mama.
No, I'd say you're a forger.
Because here's a great example, OG. If you and I do streams, right? You and I guarantee you, if we picked out very particular videos, very specific videos, and you did a show using the content from those videos, and I did the same thing, you and I are gonna come up with different results. But there are people who will pick up the same thing that we did, and the only reason why they would even pause the video to say something is not because they have an opinion. It's because they're trying to get away from fair use. There's a difference. Do you have something to contribute? The same way how there are people who see live stream shows that are popular, turn on their lives, basically replay that live stream and give no commentary. And the sad part about it is there are people who are watching them play someone else that's live and donating to their channel. What have they done outside of play what the person who's actually doing all the work is doing? Imagine you're live and I'm restreaming your shit, saying nothing in the background, not pausing anything. People are listening to me while you're live. Is that content creation?
See where you coming from with it. What's good with you, Fly Jones?
Or would I just be a forger?
Be a forger.
And there are plenty of people who pretty much move just like that. I cannot call those people in good faith content creators. just because they hit live.
Nigga said like cutting up. Stick crazy. Well,
Yeah, to me, that's copyright infringement.
But
That's
they
kind of
say
how I see that.
they say, Mama, it's only copyright if you're stricken. That's it. That's the only way it counts.
but the lack of creativity and inability to what that nigga say?
Inability to actually produce content is what this space is. I guess he means the particular space, or like a lot of areas that
We just talking about like the space that we're in.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what space we're in because I don't have a space. I don't have a niche. I've been trying to figure that out for a while, for over a year now.
That's why you got to keep on adding to what you do. That's why I don't never stop trying to figure out new stuff to do, even though I'm be trying to snatch from other people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't too much you can do. It's only stuff that people. That's why when people do certain things, like I think that shit is fly. I think the shit that Tom do is fly. You know what I'm saying? With the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta come through with something that nobody else is doing. You got to keep on improving yourself and improving your show because I mean it is a show. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do I crazy mama? Do I consider myself a creator? Absolutely. My catalog shows that. I am a creator. I literally came into the. Here's the funny part about it, because OG knows about this, Mayos know about this, and even Mama knows about this. I kick myself for not putting up enough video content. But back when I first started doing all this, I wasn't doing a bunch of live streams because I never really saw myself as a streamer. Most of my content was videos and shorts.
I got you, Rufus. Just give me 1 second, brother. We gotta do this thing. I was asked by one of my supporters to make sure we start.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
Whole fact. What's good with you, Rufus?
Gentlemen, what's up?
Man, appreciate you, dog, for coming through, man.
Y'all got see. I just job by discussion. This is kind of sketchy, so I don't know.
Nah, man, this is where we have great discussions on stuff, man. The topics that we bring up, and believe me, we got some topics. So right now we're talking about content creation, and we got some more stuff for you later on. But we was trying to figure out. I asked Resla a question. He gave a good answer to it. But I would like to pose a question to you too. What is not content creation to you?
What is not content creation?
Yes.
That's a. I don't know if I can answer that question. Because content could be anything, right? That falls under if you got an audience to listen, right? It's content. So I guess drill music. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Can we? I don't think there is an answer. The answer to that would be anything can be content.
So would you agree? And here's where I fall in line with what you're saying. Yes, anything in relation to what is considered entertainment, information, whatever, could be looked at as content. But would you not also say that originality is the thing that makes it content?
So if you want to talk about who has the best content,
no. I didn't say the best. Just originality. You can make original garbage. It's still yours, though.
Yeah. But that's a whole nother answer. I mean, to the question, right? Whether it's original.
Well, no, it's content.
Huh?
I said no. We say what's content.
Yeah. He said what's content. Anything can be content. Then you said, and then you added context and say, originality, right?
Correct.
That's a whole nother. That's still content. It's more original. What you bring up yourself, your anecdotals, whatever you want to speak on. That's just another form of content. But if a guy comes on and piggybacks off somebody else's ideology, it's still content, though.
So here's where I am. You can correct me anywhere in it. Here's where I agree and disagree. I don't have a problem with people who copy, even the best copy off of someone, the best uh comedians, even when I mentioned the whole thing earlier to OG about forgers, even they find a style which replicates, but it's not identical. But when I made when I made the posit to say that if OG was live and I restreamed his shit and I never paused it, I never said shit, but I had people in my chat donating and watching his shit live while he's live. Am I a content creator?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So there's limits. There's no originality.
So, well, if he's just restreaming, yeah, no, it's not really no. You're not really making no content. You're just helping somebody promote their content. Now, you know what I mean. So that is there a maybe a subordinate more so like, yeah. But he will be probably. I mean, most likely, if you did something like that and you didn't review it. Now, if you review it and have different ideas about it, then it is your content now.
That I agree with. The idea is that there needs to be some sort of originality or rather authenticity to the work that you're talking about or you're reviewing, which is why I never had a problem with reaction channels, so long as there's some originality introduced to it. There's nothing wrong with having opinion-based content, but there's also we have to also look at people who we have to look at what people are saying. Are they saying something to mean something, or are they just saying shit just to fill the fucking air so that they cannot get stricken under fair use? There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, there are good content, there are great content creators, there are good content creators, and there's sorry content creators. Just like there are good basketball players, bad basketball players, and great basketball, right? So it's just a level, what level you at, right? Where do you like I would say you, Wrestler, is a more interpersonal content creator, you know what I mean? So I would say you're a good content creator, meaning because you bring a topic and you define a topic, and then you lay out what your context is to that topic, right? Then the panel comes up, and then we have the conversation. So I would put you as a good content creator because you are expressing your opinions and your facts, and you're putting that together something that people can relate to.
Okay.
So that's, but then the guys who review gangster raps, right? And they tell their objective opinions on that gangster rap. He's giving content for people who really don't understand the lyrics in rap. They just bounce to the beat, but now he's breaking that shit down. That's another form of content.
So what about content creators who are of a specific niche who use the same words, the same rhetoric, the same articles, who just you can find them in one place and find a different face saying the exact same words? Where do we start looking at distinctions in content creation as a creator?
Well, that's subjective to the audience, right? Now, Wrestler, you're more extreme with probably you want more originality. So you probably wouldn't subscribe to that type of rhetoric, where OGDoDirty might find it amusing, right? So it just everybody has their flavors, everybody has different flavors they like. I mean, some guy who's echoing the same thing the other 10 guys echoing, right? Is he's with that because like red pill, blue pill, purple pill, like stuff like that, right? If just people who are signing on and saying that they're supporting this ideology and they're joining in and then they're giving their take on it by adding their perspective, they're still a content creator. Yeah. Even though they're echoing the same sentiments, but yet they're saying this is where I stand. I stand with these guys.
And I agree with that, which is why I was saying earlier to even to everybody else on the panel was that there are some people that even if they're in the same niche, they are the content. You may hear so many different things, but not everybody's funny, not everybody's intellectual. Like there's a reason why a specific audience has drawn themselves to those people.
Yeah. Yeah. To each be his own, though, right?
Right. But I think at some point, if we look at two people who are so if we have two different creators who were both monotone about the same damn topics, who's the originator? But like I said, if OG and I talked about the same topics, the same articles, the same trending shit, you guarantee you're going to get something different between the both of us because we bring our own original spin.
That's the whole fact.
Yeah, and yeah, the flavor. Yes, what's your flavor? Some people like to hear the same shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to hear the same shit.
So let me ask this to the panel: Do you believe? Just open ended. Do you believe that there are content creators who are handicapped versus other content creators?
Handicap, you kind of have to define that a little bit.
So, are there content the answer is yes, no matter how you look at it. Because even if I have to ask the question, the answer, without having to bring anything up, the answer is yes. But are there people that we consider to be content creators who put basically no effort into their work versus those who put in you can tell the difference and they put in hard work? Can you tell the difference?
Depending on,
this is a matter of production now and effort.
Well,
because there are people who have no production and they put a hell of a lot of effort into it.
So you're talking Martin Luther King versus Farrakhan, right? So who's the better? Right? Martin Luther King was more reading speeches. You know what I'm saying? People wrote it for him and he basically echoed it. You know what I'm saying? Where Malcolm X pretty much went from his book and then what he took and then conveyed the message. So once again, it's all about what your flavor is, right? If a content creator is just echoing once again the sentiments of other content creators because he's signing on, he's joining the movement, then he has a right to do that. Now, if you want to be indifferent from others, then that's another style. You know what I mean? You want to put your twist on it. You want to put have a lot more elaborate scheme, which brings your ideology. Maybe you're opposing, or maybe you see it on a whole nother angle, right? So yeah, it's so subjective, right? This content creator is so subjective. So to really get a true gauge of what handicap and what's not handicap, that's neither here nor there because it's to each his own.
All right, so let me put it this way, because this is the way how it was written, and Snow actually said it. Ever since StreamYard, people lack creativity on their channels. It's easier to be an echo chamber and drum up more drama content creators. Now, I will even go one bit further. How many people will still call themselves content creators if somehow StreamYard and other services like StreamYard became too expensive to purchase? This would be the great indicator of who's actually a content creator.
So would you say that taking StreamYard away, or are you taking like the Streamlabs and everything else, and you going back to the base form of content creation, which is just the person and the phone and what they can do with the phone?
Well, here's the best part about the whole title of us. It's content creator. That's creativity. Right. Not being so stuck on one particular thing. How do you reinvent? How do you keep building upon? Not becoming reliant upon.
So, give me a second, y'all. Got another guest coming to the channel.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
That's a whole fact. What's good with you, blind?
What's up, salute, guys?
Oh shit! I thought you really was blind.
No.
This nigga out of line.
Crazy.
morally and ethically, nah. What's
So I would say this, right? Yeah, I kind of forgot my thought. So content creator. So you're looking at Russell, you look at the word creation, right? That's basically your argument.
Creator as in creativity. To create
Creativity.
something.
Creativity.
Not to become handicapped by it. To create something.
Right. So but the crowd has to be the judge, right?
Who? What? Has to be judged?
The crowd or the supporters will have to be the judge of that.
No.
Because if he got 100,000 followers,
your followers, your subscribers have nothing to do with your creative genius.
Why not? They're supporting your creativity.
They're supporting what? Your vision, your creativity. Because without that, they wouldn't even know who you are.
Okay, that's every business, right? When you start a business, you got to work your way up, and people got to support it. So,
sure, which means that by default, you're number one.
So here's a question I have for you. So if I there's different types of businesses, right? So if I create a business from scratch, right, make my own material, bring my own ideas, that may be a great businessman, or do I get me a Starbucks, right, which is already established, and put it up, and I make millions of dollars? So who's a better?
I love that you said that, because anyone here can tell you this right now. Just looking at how channels are. How many content creators have we heard of that purchased their channels from people who actually built the shit up, and the moment they got their hands on it, the channel failed? Yeah. Because you know why? They weren't the original creators. They didn't have the originality. Purchasing channels from other people does not mean that you stay afloat. And we've seen that shown. There's a history of that now. You can buy your channel from a successful person. Guess what? The moment you take over and think that I'm just going, great example right now. Brett Cooper of the comment section, prominent YouTuber, retired. Her then producer took over the show. Doesn't do as well. Brett Cooper starts her brand new show, taking off, doing well. That says something about the actual creator versus someone who's trying to take over someone else's work. People like authenticity.
Or consistency, more so. Right? People like consistency.
If Ruthless, if you had a show, Ruthless Truth, you were doing this show for years, and then I come through and buy out your show, you're gone now. What makes you think that I can run what you created the same way that you did?
It's a lower percentage that you succeed.
Thank you.
Let me get this super sticker real quick. We got a super sticker from SNO. Let me go ahead and get you a little something. What we can do this.
Same thing in here. Some people try to take the shortcut and end up. Some people make it through. Most of them don't. So it's still the originality will be. I would give you this, wrestler, and so we can round this out. Sure. Originality will be the more optimal, right? Will be the maximize your potential so that you can truly see who or what you are and what you can do. Will be the more, I would say that would be the better way to go if you want to have a chance to grow really big. You know what I mean? And with a integrity, that would be the optimal. The other way, buying people's channel, echoing other people's content, and all that stuff is less optimal, less chance you make it. But yeah, so I would say that you would be more chance of failure if you were not to start from scratch. So originality is more, I would say, respected.
Okay. Blind, what's your thoughts on this?
The original thought, my original response is that I think it's all content, but I mean, if as long as it's not copyrighted, like you said, like restreaming directly, if you're adding any kind of input, even just stopping it and making a goofball joke every so often, it's still transformative. But it's all content. But yeah, I think the authenticity and originality is going to definitely, like, some of us have had channels that we lost, and you still, if people fuck with you, they're gonna fuck with you. You know, that's my thoughts.
All right.
Appreciate you, B Bowler.
Oh,
Appreciate
so
you, Baller. I think it's just I think a lot of people just have their different sides of it. It takes a bit, and I think part of it's just a matter of frustration. And I think this is the problem that we have with niches now. Um, when there's a specific category that you can fall in, when it becomes oversaturated, the content becomes lazy. I think this was something that also Cellulite was saying as well.
Well, yeah, it can be an echo chamber. It can be watered down. Yeah. So in those type of situations, yes, you would not. You have a less chance of succeeding, and you will not be able to optimize your true potential because now you're basically. I mean, you're trying to take a shortcut. So yeah, you're basically trying to come in on somebody else's back, and there's not always pretty much never works.
I had never heard of the buying it. I mean, I heard about that on I think Instagram or something. You can do that on YouTube too. Buy people's channels.
And people have been called out for it when they do that.
Why is it bad to do that? I would do that. I mean, just to reach an audience faster.
Yeah, but it's not your audience. So that means when you come in and try to do something different, they betray you.
Yeah, possibly. That's true.
And to be honest with you, the people that you do have left behind are just the people who forgot to unsubscribe.
Yeah, well, I have faith in my content. My content is authentic and original, and I have faith in it. So like, I feel like people fuck with that the most. Authenticity, man. Like I'm super. I try and keep it a butt with my audience. They even call me out if I'm getting beside that. So like, I feel like that's the most important part of being successful is the authenticity.
I can agree with that.
But it's hard. A lot of people put on a facade. A lot of people, I mean, a lot of people really kind of play a character, you know, and even to the point to where you don't even realize you're doing it. Like that's the pretty much been the theme of what I've been going over for about 3 months is trying to shed all of those insecurities and shit like that, trying to figure out the authentic place, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, especially when you're among so many people who want attention, or rather, you even have people who are, as I say, they are the content. They don't necessarily need to be content creators, because those are the people that you also have as competition.
That's
They're
true.
not content creators yet, yet, but these people are given trust, exposure, easy access onto other people's spaces because they're known.
Yeah.
Content creation is very difficult.
It is.
Well, I agree. I agree with what you're saying because look, I even came up with something a long time ago. I just wanted to do I called it a sub hub, right? And for everybody in there, and this would be a good point to do it. Mama just got through dropping a link over here on my channel for Resla to let my people know if you coming through my channel, man, go subscribe to Resla. And vice versa. When I'm over there and I'm over there in Resla's channel, I see Crazy Mama dropping my link over there. I'm seeing Resla drop my link over there. we all can share subscribers. We all can have different ideas on what we look at, how we look at these videos, or how we look at the world, or how we look at anything that we present as the creation of content that we want to put out. The thing is, we got to have people who's going to be willing to do what these people are doing. You got Crazy Mama going to both channels, hitting a like on both channels. You see what I'm saying? She making sure that both of us get the same respect and get the both same support. I just got over 1,000 something subs. I want my subs to go over here and support Resla channel, because the whole time I was sitting at 216 and 200 and 156, and when I was sitting at 85, he was there the whole time pushing my channel to get me to get up there to the 200s, to get me over the 500 mark, so I can go get my subs, so I can get my monetization. You see what I'm saying? So we all got to work together on some parts, but still putting out content like Resla put out. He put out great content. It's not the same content that I put out, but it's great content. You see what I'm saying? My content is my content. His content is his. So we all can support each other. I just believe when it comes to content creation, you got to, like you said, the effort part, it got to be more than, like you said, just cutting on a StreamYard, paying $25 and restreaming somebody else's shit, or listening to what an old stream was of Kevin Samuels, or listening to an old stream of Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com. Or you go look at a Just Pearly episode, and you listen to whoever else these people is, and you go find a Mr. Beast episode, and you listen all these super people that's out here, you listen to them, and then you go on your channel and you redo that again. Then to me, that's not content creation. That's, again, you, like you said, I guess that at that point it'd be regurgitation of what you heard. But if you're not even putting a speck of creativity in it, like Resla was saying, and I mean a speck, I mean even not copying what they did in the background, not copying their whole setup, their whole format, not going and copy and pasting everything that they got in their description and putting it in your description. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. He's talking about you're not doing nothing. You didn't think of the keywords. You didn't think of your phrases. You didn't think of nothing to improve or show that you're even trying to create anything.
I agree.
You know, you said something, OG, that was very interesting, because we saw a lot of it. Even
What does that mean? Interesting.
Interesting, even in Pearl's Rise, when she was regurgitating a lot of talking points, right? You know, it was one of the things that people kept asking: where'd you get your points from? Can you cite who? And her response used to be, "It's all over the internet," which didn't point to anywhere, any specific person. When you ask specific red pill content creators, they could give you the people that they got the information from. So that meant something. That showed you who did actual research and work. Now, it's different now. Pearl's a lot different now than how it was back then. She's actually done a fair amount of research now. But it wasn't like that when she was first on her rise and people were calling her out for it. There was a whole, basically, campaign against her because she wouldn't really cite much.
Isn't that kind of undermining the original point? Because if somebody gives you an off the dome response and the citations or the references aren't their focus, that's a more authentic, more original perspective than if they give you a reference response, don't you think?
Well, if you don't have a citation, that must mean that the information that you're pulling from should be your personal experience. But when a person tells you that they don't have personal experience, but they also can't reference where they got the information from, that calls for speculation.
But I reserve this. This is the one pushback I'm gonna give for you, Resla. Who reserves the right for judgment and who's a great content?
Never said judgment.
Well, I'm just saying, right? But when we're talking about great content creators or good content creators, right? Everything's about money, right? Who's getting, if you're not, I ain't gonna say, I'll take that back. I'll retract the statement. Everything's about, it depends on what you're in it for, right? If you're in it to capitalize on money, then your fruits of your work are trying to move to that. And then how much money you make will judge how good your content is. Or if you're in it just because you want to just give people information, you don't really care about money. You're more like, this is what I love to do, right? Then, right, the numbers and the views don't really matter to you. It's the quality of whatever it is you're talking about, whether it's just showing a video of two lions fighting, right? You love nature and you love to share this with people. That is something that might, put you in a situation like, oh, I'm good. So we can't really, content creation is so wide, it's so broad, it's people who just, it's just people who just show their vacations. They get, what's the Passport Brothers? All he would do is show him over in other countries, and people were supporting him, to them thousands and thousands of dollars just so he could show what is it like in Thailand and Philippines. He wasn't an articulate master or nothing. He just, I'm over here and I work with these type of chicks and I eat this type of food and blah blah. And people,
a content creator. It was his original content.
But I mean, whatever, right? But I'm just saying, right? It wasn't nothing. It was just basic. I look at this is what I'm doing over here, you guys, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. We support you. So it doesn't, like I said, it could be any fucking thing. You can do aliens. I don't know. Shit. Go chase helicopters. I don't know. But point is, everybody has a chance. It's a business opportunity, whether you're in it for the money or you're in it for the love of just sharing information. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Marcus, appreciate you for the $2. He said, OGDoDirty led me here. And this is G-rated. That's a whole fact, sir, but we're not G-rated over here. You know how we do it. I got to give Marcus his.
But the one thing I respect, the thing I look at in content creation is respect, right? How you get people to come on and have the conversation and be, professional. I like that. I think that is a, quality of a show. I don't agree with all the, ideologies, but hey, you can get a good production. Hey, I'll send some money to you.
What's a good production to you?
Able to make sure that the point is being made, and whatever stance you're taking, and then the panel, everybody get a chance to talk. You can hear everybody clear, right? No, not a lot of over talking, not a lot of name calling. Just organized creation content that we can clearly see what's two sides or whatever, and that to me is very appreciated.
Damn it, goddamn Rufus, appreciate you, dog. You ain't got to tell me like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because every time you come over to my channel when I'm doing a show, you support me. So you know what I'm saying? I must be doing something right over there. I must be letting people talk. You know what I'm talking about? All that good shit. We letting thoughts get. I appreciate you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just. But I see that, and since I've been here in this space for now 2 years. And the people who make the money, for the most part, take a side, and they're organized, structured. People who don't make the money don't take a side. They're in the middle. They're just pretty much everywhere, and there's no real foundation. So, if you're in it for the money, you need to pick a side and stand on it.
Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Because
and if you wanna,
whose side are you? Whose side? Because in order for there to be a side, there has to be a for and against. And if that's not your fight, why should you pick a side?
You don't have to. I'm just saying if you want to make money.
If you're going to speak on it, you probably should, right?
Well, great example is what I just said earlier. There are people who like to pick the for and against when there's an actual niche. But what about for people who don't have one? What side is there to pick?
Well, yeah, I mean, now you're asking me to nitpick. What I'm telling is, most people come to YouTube, they live through YouTube, right? Especially
Can you
this
define that live through YouTube?
Huh?
Can you define that live through YouTube?
Yeah, like for example, right?
Hold on real quick, Rufus. I'm gonna let you get it off. I want you to make sure you get it all the way off. Just let me get crazy, Mama. She sent us the $10. Always a great discussion. I gotta give her.
and my pockets don't seem to have a jingle.
Appreciate you, Crazy Mama, for the $10.
Thank you, Crazy Mama.
So I'm gonna give you an example. I'm one of, when I first started, before I came on panels, I was watching the Lapeef show, right? The Lapeef Network. And I lived through that because I was in a relationship at the time. And I really couldn't define all the problems that I was having in my relationship. But then when I started watching the Lapeef Network, then the definitions became clear on what's going on. Like, you know, like, okay, this is, so what I would do is I would, like, when they have the debate, right, whoever was making the point of and what I was going through, I would jump to that side, right, which was a form of entertainment as well. I would jump to that side and say, okay, yeah, now bring it home, now tell it like it is, right, bring it, and that was, to me, I was living through, that guy was the voice of me and he didn't even know it, right, and that's, I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm just saying this is how I believe a lot of YouTube people watch YouTube. They live through the content creation. So whatever it is you're bringing and the people are listening to you, and if you're hitting their life and the perspectives and they're feeling that, they're going to live through that. And this is where all the super chats and all the money comes and all the membership, because this is why people they want to, because let's face it, there's a lot of problems in this country, and YouTube is tackling a lot of issues and topics through these spaces now. So people want to hear objective opinions. People want to hear somebody stand up for the opinion they can't stand for in their own house or at work, right? Because it's so much chaos they don't want to avoid. So they just let the guys on YouTube do it. And this is where all the money comes in. Fresh and fit, right?
Yeah, they was making hella money, boy. Fresh and fit was playing games.
Yeah, because he was defining women's role or what they look for, and men's role what they look for, and that was his whole spiff. Now he got a little crazy, and then was doing crazy stuff. But I'm just saying how he blew up was he just came out and said, "Women date up, men date down," blah blah blah, and people were sending $1,000 because they were finally understanding. He helped them to understand this, and probably a lot of people didn't understand it. I would say, a lot of people didn't understand that women date up, because a lot of people thought, a lot of men, I would say, homies, are delusional, thought that the women actually loved them for them or wanted them for them because they were just a great guy, you know, a great character. But then Fresh Fit came and said, no, she wants your money. She wants hypergamous. Women want things. And then now, oh no, my woman don't. And then people were, oh, damn, he's telling the truth. And that's where all the money poured in. Because people were living through that, because they actually now, oh shit, I was being delusional.
We got another super chat from Marcus real quick. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. He said he want to give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give back to the community in the right way, if I can find it. I'm looking for some of this side of the game. I might have to switch it up and do this for you. That's the whole fact. Appreciate you, Marcus.
Hey, a quick question, completely off topic, but I don't know the answer to this. Is hypergamy about money, or is that about status?
Both. Well, really status.
Okay.
Or the best available option, right? So hypergamy was mostly used to define women who practices the most. Men practice it too, but not at the level women do. So it's really saying hypergamy saying best available option. Okay. So if you're married, she's with you, she's always looking for someone better than you.
Yeah.
So that was, and like I said, I learned that through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. And when it was defining the word, I thought back on my life growing up through high school. Women are hypergamous, right? They will always go for the best guys in their mind, right? Athletes, guys with a lot of money with status, right? Women, but a lot of women chase status. Most, and so that there's a truth to that. So all YouTube doing is defining these things and breaking these things down, making more clarity, which you already suspected. You just didn't know how to articulate it, and YouTube articulated for you. So this is where the money's coming. That's why they made so much money, because people were like, "This is what I've been wanting to know forever."
And that's a good point. Like a lot of time people sub because they relate to something, right? Like on my channel, we do. I don't do production value at all. Like what y'all got. I just did a stream before I came over here. This is my production value. All of our movement happens intellectually or mentally or emotionally. Like, but we do try to like change people's perspective or maybe people's mood. We try to brighten people's mood and stuff like that. Content can vary like crazy. I don't think that it's really, you can see at face value though, like how valuable it's going to be.
Yeah. So that's the strategy on the YouTube. There is a formula, right? In this YouTube space, there's a formula, right? If, like I said, it depends on what you want, right? Depends on what you want. If you're rich already, you got money, you just want to go ahead and blow your lungs out. You know what I'm saying? You might have 40 followers, right? And that's it, right? But you don't care because you're not. If you want to chance to maximize money value, you need to pick a side and help people through their relationships, help people through their life, whether to help them have understanding. Because it really, low key, because when I was watching it, it was like I was talking to the coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this is really getting. And I'm not it didn't like make me a better person, but it helped me to I would say compartmentalize the things that were happening in my relationship a better assessment. You know, and that I'm just saying this is what it is, right? And so that's what YouTube has come to, the new social media that brings objectivity, they bring clarity, and they bring to the audience things that can help or hurt or whatever, right? It help. These are the things that YouTube is used for, and people are using this as we speak.
Well, if we had to pin down an objective measure of success on here, is there one?
It's all in what you want. If it is money, then you have to look at your membership.
Like from somebody that wasn't involved and they just said, who's the most successful from this group? How would they measure that objectively, do you think?
Probably by your memberships and your stuff like that. Followers, views,
I don't
followers.
think that would be objective. I think a lot of that is based on subjectivity.
I mean, that's a point.
Numbers, if it's numbers, it's objective. I would think. Well, what would be the objective measure? Do you think, Resla?
Well, like I say, to me, that's all based on your influence, your how people personally feel. I mean, look at even what Ruthless said. He was drawn to the conversation on the Peep Network because of what he was personally going through. A lot of people, first thing they reach for, they may be looking for information, but that's not the thing that keeps them there. It's who made them feel like they belong. That's what.
Well, what if you couldn't consume the content? If you had to look at it from the outside in without consuming the content?
That's a good question. Give me 1 second. Got a cash app coming through.
Sometimes in life, the odds are against you. But if you give it your all, if you do the best you can with what you have, you still might not be able to really do shit.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes.
Man, y'all support the show, man. We really appreciate everybody that's supporting the show. Y'all making us get closer and closer to that goal for the day. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
What were you saying, Blind?
So,
Oh no, go ahead.
no, can you repeat your question?
I said, if you had to try to give an objective measure of success on YouTube without consuming the content, like say, let's say you were doing like a business evaluation, and you wanted to measure who the most successful people were on YouTube, and you could not, you couldn't consume the content.
Using the objective eye is what you're basically saying, right? So, what for me, since I'm not consuming the content, I'm going to identify what was the core message. I'm going to assess what was the evidence that was provided. I'm going to figure out how to recognize what the bias are and what the framing of that content. I'm going to try to separate my emotion and try to focus more on the analysis of what was going on. That means I'm also paying attention to the chat.
Yeah, but in his question, you can't consume the content.
No, I'm just going based on what I see in that moment, which means if I have to look at it, I have to look at just what I see in that moment, not consume it. I may be a one-time visitor. That's my only exposure to it. These are the things I have to look at. Do I have to compare the information that I'm hearing to other sources that I know of?
Let's say it's all on black and white, and you're looking at if you're looking at it all in numbers and names.
Yeah, you're looking at Social Blade, and you're looking at money, followers, rankings.
That's exactly what it is. Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to look at it from an objective eye, then I can't really measure the content because I have to measure the platform. And at the end of the day, the platform is all about business. Because if I'm going to have an objective eye, even looking at that from the platform, I'm literally measuring what a panel looks like versus what a content creator puts for videos, what a person puts shorts on, and then even the content of that. Person who does dog videos versus the person who's putting on music versus at the end of the day, it's just going to be the platform. It won't matter who the person is if I'm going to be that objective.
Don't you think there's such a wide range until you because I feel like what you're measuring is the most important, but it's far more subjective because there's such a wide range. You can't sometimes even know what somebody's saying until you consume their content multiple times. Like, don't you think that it's really hard to judge until you are like a long-term consumer of that content?
It's funny how we say that, right? When the truth of the matter is that, especially I'm going to say here on these panel spaces, right? We run into so many people, so many content creators. So let's just say, Blind, I am a frequent viewer of your channel. If Mayo is a content creator, but he becomes a frequent guest on your platform, am I not already being exposed to his viewpoints? Am I not consuming what he puts out on your platform?
Not
that would not intrigue me to go over to his platform to click on it based on the things that I've heard.
Well, yes and no. I mean, you could be interested in his perspective and go, but I frame things on my platform to where people aren't allowed to, within my ability to maintain it, the people have to try to have an original point when they engage with it. Like I don't hold these kind of panels and stuff like that.
I hear what you're saying, but you're kind of missing the point. This is the thing where even OG and I were saying it. He can have people come to my platform. I can have people go to his platform. We might have the same subscriber base, but guess what? We can't control who decides to consume us.
Yep.
So if OG and I are on at the same time, we can't control who decides where to spend their time at the end of the day. But by exposure, people get to understand on my side who OG is, on his side who I am.
I'm glad,
and those people would be more inclined to check out people that they've become familiar with.
I'm glad you used that example though, because that illustrates my point. Because you guys, I've never consumed OG content. If y'all have the mod drop the link, I'd love to step up. But Wrestler, you got original content, bro. So somebody might, I'm sure it ain't the same exactly though. So like I said, somebody might be intrigued by OG's perspective and follow him to your space, but you're completely original to Wrestler, and it'd be hard. Like even the niche system is tricky when you get to some of these spaces because it doesn't apply all the way across the board, you know.
But only the chat can decide that, right? And the
Right.
so you're Wyman, you're looking from a perspective of the audience, right? You have to have the audience that, but content creator itself, or per other content creators who I would say have a like-minded, or we are, somewhat associated, like OG and Wrestler come from Uncle Tom's channel, you know what I mean? And Male Monkey, so, and Mama as well. So a lot of us are socialized into knowing each other and conforming and understanding the content which we're, I guess, talking about, and we have to somewhat agree, or we wouldn't continue to be, I would say, associates, right? We have to go our separate ways. So I would say, even though Wrestler and OGDoDirty talk about different things, but they do agree with one another's ideologies, and they consume each other's viewpoints, and they make an assessment and say, okay, I'll rock with you.
Yeah, I accept that. I mean, and I guess that's how the niches are created, right? Like once a certain
That's not how the niches are created.
They created that way. Let me get Marcus.
Content is decent, but if it was white, however, if it was white.
Yeah, I already know that nigga Marcus is crazy, bro. He always doing something. I ain't even got that one. I do, but I gotta download it, Marcus. I do it just for you, bro. But I ain't got that one. Only one I got is this.
I'm on a Spectrum cable.
That's the only one I got. Appreciate you, Marcus, for the $2.
So,
That's the only one I got right now.
what I have consumed through these places blind is, you know what I really, really learned on these YouTube spaces more than anything? That men are not a monolith, right? That we all maybe from the same or similar ethnic background, but we all have different ways of ideology, or how we want to, I guess, present ourselves, or what content we want to put out. So through that, right, is where we separate, divide, and we, I guess, we make ourselves a poster board for those who want to rock with us, right? Those who want to do the way we think. So that way we're different than them over there, right?
Yeah, well, it's hard though sometimes. Like I gotta say, as a content creator, to establish that whenever you're willing to touch on multiple things, you know what I mean? No Diddy, but like we rap, we do all kinds of, and it sucks because it's almost like as if I don't fit into a certain niche, so it's harder to grow. Like,
you have to find out what the people want. Simple.
Yeah.
You have to do your research. You got to be on point, and then you got to give the people what they want. Simple.
Well, here's the thing about that, Ruthless. What if the people just don't want to eat only steak?
Yeah.
That's the problem with a niche. When you get locked in, you can't move.
Yeah.
What if you have an audience that wants variety?
Then you give them variety if you're going to take on that audience.
Sure. But does the algorithm push variety, or does it push specificity?
Yeah, the algorithm consistency.
So,
there you go.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like maybe if you, because that's what I'm trying to do right now, is establish having variety at a consistent rate, and it's not easy, bro. Like
it really is. Actually, it really is. You just So your algorithm, which Wrestler Talk speak on, right? Your main topic. You have a main topic, right? Then this is how the Peef Network did it, and other networks. They have
No, they did not, sir.
they have a main topic.
That was
They had a main
D.B.D
topic.
Nation.
No, I'm saying they had a main topic, and then they would have different questions during that topic. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be
Wait,
just.
no,
They
they
wouldn't-
had different topics. The
Right.
framework was the same. Dating
Right,
and
right, right.
relationships.
Got
Right.
you, B-Ball.
Yeah.
No, we like go from one lane. We cross 5 lanes all the way. Like we do everything. Like from bro. Like I'll be rapping one day, and we do it at a decent level. Wrestlers could see my content, I believe. Like I'm trying at least to, but it's hard, man, because like he said, the niche thing. I don't have a niche that I can be locked into and promoted to a certain audience. It feels like that's what it seems like.
If you want variety, right? If you want to do variety, go over to X and see what's trending, or
What's
go to YouTube that morning and see what's trending.
Oh, Twitter. I'm gonna write that down.
You got to move
Oh,
around and look at different things. Hey, let me get B-Ballers $2 in here for the Protect Our Milk Queens funds. You know what? I got something for your ass.
Chronic dick. Slap that wiener. Wrap that wiener. Tap that wiener.
That's
Hey,
the whole fact.
Kev loves
Dude, I want to hit that chick so bad.
Here's what your ass get. You're messing with me and shit. You leave me alone, B-Baller. You trying to see my
Yo,
call
yo.
HR on you, huh? That's what I'm gonna have to do with you, huh?
Kev.
Appreciate your Marathon Kev coming through, man. You know, that's my boy, man. So I got to give him that ghetto stuff. You know what I'm saying? We rock the right way. You know what I'm talking about? I got to give him
Ran it up so you can't catch me, nigga. Shooters put up till I'm tough so you won't catch me with them. I told my homie that's enough, stop being extra, nigga. Not too big to feed, I brought too much, you wanna bet me, nigga? Hey, if you're not the say, go get a trash back. Old police ass, nigga, get your badge back.
the whole fact. You got to get that badge back. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate your Marathon Kev coming through with $10.
Yeah, if you want to do entertainment stuff, man, go look at the top 3 stories at TMZ that day. And all you got to do is 5-10 minutes on them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
That
use
that
your
works.
hashtags
All of that,
in your
yeah.
titles.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
Use
for
Twitter,
me,
Twitter tags, YouTube tags, all that in your titles.
So what
I
style?
agree with that. For me, it's been a little different from that. Like I absolutely would agree. If you're looking for material, you can go on X. For me, it's not that simple, because what I don't want to do is then follow celebrities or follow politics, which is what you're gonna get a lot of on X.
Goku, what you in Afghanistan or something? Well, you looking crazy over there. Boy.
I guess so, yo. Yeah, I'm outside the rest. Outside the restaurant in Chicago. This Afghanistan. You got it right, bro.
I thought you should have found a walkie-talkie or something. You know what I'm saying? Mayday!
That's a whole fact. Hey, man, give me 1 second, man. We need to run through this real quick. We got a little something for y'all that we need to play. We're gonna let it rock.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
Hey, man. Appreciate everybody, man, that's come through. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to both channels, me and Resla's page. You know what I'm saying? If you're supporting the channels, man, hit the super chat. If you want to support us through through Cash App, go ahead and do that too. They're going across the screen at the bottom. Appreciate everybody.
Uncle Tom was trying to do a split in them tight pants.
Great.
Oh, he did it, sir.
You did it, sir.
Ooh,
And he scribbled for 2 weeks after that.
It looked like it was rough, man. It looked like it was rough. I can't do it in my life. So what else? What y'all want? What y'all want to keep?
All right, man. So we got a little people up here, Wrestler. You want to go ahead and grab either one of them? It don't matter. Just grab one in the back, brother. And we can leave that first one out of it. Let's just go to the other two. Let's just go to what we used to know and see what people think. Let's see what we gonna do. Let me bring us over here.
Here we go.
Which one of your daughters contacted you that said they saw the interview?
My oldest.
So the one that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So what did she say when she called you? What did she say?
She said, "Mama, I'm cute right now."
You are too right. Look, let's show off show what you got going on right here, Tamika.
Oh, Lord.
Do you have shorts? Why do you think you was getting drunk at the age of 12?
Nigga, I was sipping before then.
Why? Do you not want to be in a home? Do you not want your son?
I have a home.
So why don't do you go there every night? Do you?
Not every night, to be really honest.
So you choose to stay out on the street some nights?
I choose to want to go where I want to go.
God damn, man.
We can dig it. I guess for the people that.
Why'd you bring up this woman with OG?
We appreciate
with,
you taking the
LAI?
time answering all of our questions
Good
again
night,
and
come
clearing
on.
up that story for us, because a lot of people was like, that doesn't make any sense. An 8-year-old having a baby would have been national news. What's up, YouTube? So guys, I'm back in the gym with Katie, back on the meal plan with Chef Said, and back in the streets full time. So I literally just walked out the bank and you were walking by.
I was dirty. What? Yeah. Honest.
I got you. Listen, don't trip about that. All right, so first and foremost, I just walked out the bank and y'all just walked by me. Is that God's plan?
It was already good.
It was already
planned.
It was already planned, huh? So you saying that your son Lil Nas X is going to be performing in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks.
And what'd you say that you was going to be up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But you wasn't going to be what? So why you decided to not get drunk?
Because my son do not allow me to get drunk.
Okay, and so I guess when he wants it, you give into what he wants.
I like overdraft myself.
So you make the sacrifices for your son when he comes to town.
When there's a will, there's always a way. And what I do, I don't want failure, but I'm always his mother.
Okay, I know that's right.
Looking at Ressa
So
and
said that he
she looking at
put you in
Ressa
rehab twice?
and OGDoDirty.
Yes.
What was
That's the whole fact.
Because the first time I thought I was gonna have a action reflect, but the reflection came right back to me.
How fast did it come back? Like how long after you got out of rehab did you?
Within 3 days, it take number 2 days, and I right back in now.
2 days? How long was you in rehab for that first time?
3 days.
Okay, so you was only there for 3 days. No, I didn't understand what you were saying. So, okay, so you're saying that you was in rehab for 3 days, and then you was only clean for about 2 days.
You come down the street and a poo shiesty man.
Okay.
But you gotta get, I thought I was gonna have
He got that crazy. They about to rob. What we doing there?
Why?
I thought it was about to go down.
I felt
What?
like I needed more alcohol. If I didn't get it, I was gonna nut up.
So the rehab didn't kind of help make you feel like
Yes,
you
it
could do
did,
without
but
it?
at the same time, I felt like my mind was somewhere else, not.
And so let me ask you this, because have you ever thought about the fact that the stuff that happened to you when you was younger was like very traumatic?
Yeah, it wasn't traumatic, it was dramatic. And I'm gonna say this.
No, it wasn't dramatic, it was traumatic. It's trauma.
Correct the speech.
Ain't no trauma, just drama.
Stand and stood how I want to stand. That was my faith.
Face the camera and still look around the camera.
Good Lord.
Well, I think that you was already down from Jump Street. So in other words, if you was getting touched on and effed on at the age of 7.
Jeez.
What is it?
Wait up.
You said that you was getting touched on and effed on at the age of 7.
I wasn't touched on or effed on. I put myself up.
You said you had a baby at the age of 8.
Nah.
Yes.
Good God.
Tamika,
That ain't everybody's business. But
no.
yeah, I know how you been putting it out.
So hold on. So is
my
that?
daughter even called that.
So hold on. So that's
my daughter called me and let me know that you got this shit live and you getting paid for it. But nigga,
I did pay for it. Don't do that.
That baby.
Don't do that.
Call them out. Call them out.
Don't act like I didn't pay you, Tamika. Okay. Don't do that. Right. Right. And so listen. So with that, though,
yes, it's fact.
that you had a baby at 8, because a lot of people point out like
you got mothers can have a baby at 5 if they wanted to.
okay, but what I'm saying is that would make the news. That would be like newsworthy.
That'd be America Live news. But get what? Life is life.
Well, what I'm saying is, how come nobody like reported that, or how would they let you have a baby and then still go back to the same house if you were 8 years old?
That means you didn't even get.
I give it a pause, wrestler. So, what did
She
you
did
guys
say
think
Lil
about
Nas X. Did she say Lil Nas X is her son?
Her son. That's what I
what she said. That's what she said. So, what you guys think about? What
Hey,
you,
he's
what you heard
performing
before?
tonight.
It makes sense, yeah.
This nigga out of
I think
line.
it's great.
This nigga's out of line.
Well,
Y'all ain't got no questions so far.
That's a bad look for Nas X's mom. Man, he's supposed to at least hook his mom up.
I think a lot of these street people make up stories and then don't remember the stories they make up.
Yeah, because they're on their shit or coming off their shit.
It's something mental with her, though, right? It's also
Remember,
something else.
Y'all didn't research to make sure she was telling the truth for that?
Hey, that's just
We don't know what they
Fuck.
talking about.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah. And then there ain't nobody
Wait,
letting a 7-year-old have a baby.
No,
and they get sent back to the house.
we do research here. Bam.
That's her. That's her.
Oh wow, son. This is crazy.
We do research here.
That's her.
Hey, Rufus, you asked for it, brother.
Are we going to mistake
asked for
her?
it. Sir, you asked for it, Rufus.
Definitely her,
shit.
yo.
That's wild,
That's
right
definitely
there.
her.
Hey, Kev, I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't expect
Totally
that.
different too.
Listen, I'm about to do a little side-by-side pause.
Wait,
Background
what part
on
looks
the
different?
Hey.
Can you explain to me what part looks different?
The youngest,
She look totally different.
That nigga said she looked totally different.
She do.
the youngest
minute.
female ever reported. The youngest female ever reported giving birth was almost 6 years old. It happened in 1939.
That man got his mama out there like that? Oh no, my mom can't.
I had to do a
Lord,
look up.
I can't be out here on these street interviews,
I
dog.
couldn't just
This
take
is
her at her
crazy.
word, man. I had to go look it up.
Nigga,
Man.
you
might
gotta be shitting me.
5-year-old
Five-year-old
5-year-old Peruvian girl gave birth to a healthy baby boy via C-section May 14, 1939. She's the youngest person in recorded history to become a
crazy.
Well,
Hey,
you know,
that-
so
Sign
yeah, anything's possible.
you can take.
Is he coming on? There he is. There he is.
Your son is Lil Nas X. You are
Yeah, man. What's up
54.
with that?
Why are you on the street?
She said,
Those crazy eyes.
That's
That's
a
a sign.
cold little graphic right there.
Why are you on the street?
So let me help.
Yeah.
Let me help you.
Yeah, yeah, she was telling the truth,
on.
nigga.
He's telling the truth.
Look. Hold on. The Marathon Kev got them put next to each other. That's crazy.
You blew my head. You blew my wig back, yo. I wasn't expecting
That's
that.
She might,
That's
listen,
crazy.
she might be dingy, but she's not a liar.
But she,
Look at this.
obviously struggling with a drug addiction.
All right, now this is valid reporting. Suddenly your skills that went up in my, your esteem that went up in my fucking
Hey,
book.
click on that one that nigga Kev
Hey,
putting it
listen,
back.
Joe, I joke. Just because you don't see it don't mean I don't do work. All right?
Hey, Wrestler, click on that one that nigga Kev putting it back.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
drop that in the back.
No, he already got it. You gotta present it.
Graphic.
Oh, sorry. I didn't.
Yeah, you just gotta present
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me.
I think Little Nas would get his mama's eyes fixed.
Schizophrenia. That's a sign of
That
schizophrenia.
nigga look crazy. That nigga look crazy. Look at that. That nigga look crazy. Oh, you just can't make this shit up,
Oh,
boy.
he is crazy. Man.
You can't make this shit up.
So now I gotta consider some of the shit what she was saying was true. I thought she was an absolute just gone.
You can go back. You can go back to it now.
Me,
Yeah.
bro, that shit was crazy. Like with the lazy eye and all the whole little shit. When you put the
Yeah, that
gravity
shit
up,
was-
but they were standing side by side. I was
That
like,
hoe wasn't lazy. It was on the move, bro.
Hey, I was not expecting her to be standing next
don't
to
be
this cat.
disrespectful, Brian.
Arm around her.
No.
That was wow.
Very good.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
crazy.
that was not a doctor picture, folks. Arm around her. All you gotta do is type in Lil Nas X mom. That's all. Easy search.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, that's
Easy
crazy.
Google search.
Just finding this chick.
In
This
fact,
is solid.
this
This
very
is a solid
video.
interview.
Hey,
My
was she
nigga.
talking about him?
Now
Yeah, I said it's a solid,
it's a solid
right?
interview now.
Was
This is
it
a solid
him?
interview.
Was it him that was born when she was 8, or what? Is he the
Wait
oldest?
a minute, though. But hold on, though. Okay, because this can't be that old. Like, how old is Lil Nas X? That picture.
I
that
don't
you
even
put up
know,
or
but
whatever?
this
You're right.
this came out. Roll down real quick. Just scroll down. Hit your yeah. What that say right there?
There you go.
7 hours ago.
Yeah, 7 hours ago.
Damn. Okay, look at us. We at the
Okay,
front
but that
forefront of
picture
this.
though, that picture that was supposed to like with him and his family though, right? That ain't that old,
Right.
bro.
He was already big.
Nah.
Right. He was already
Oh
big.
yeah, but
She
alcohol
was
do
like
that
she
to a
done aged
person
like
quick.
20
And
fucking
Lil
years
Nas
since
X is
then.
currently 25.
Yeah, and alcohol do that shit to you quick too.
Nah,
So she's
not
like
that quick.
30?
This is crazy.
She's like
This is like
23?
crack cocaine right here.
Yeah, it's something else. That doozy pack. They got that Bumpin' Johnson. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she on that doozy. They got that brown special bag. You know what I'm talking about? That brown bag special.
That
That's
blue
the
bag.
string, a straw. You know what I'm saying? With a bent spoon and a lighter. You know what I'm talking about? She on one. She turned up.
She might just look like her too, though. You know, crackheads be having like similar looks, respectfully as possible to the
What
crackheads.
her eyes,
Genetic.
though, her
having
eyes
and
was
liars.
even
similar
fucked
looks and
up
shit.
though.
Say again,
Even her
Joe.
eye was fucked up though in the photo. Even her eye was fucked up in the photo.
Oh
though.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she had
but
that
she
got
same
only
me,
wall eye
crackhead
vision.
would have fucked up with a cock eye. You know?
Nah, her shit was looking to the left like a motherfucker when their show was looking straight.
She was the
singing
original
Beyonce
left eye?
lyrics.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Moving
Her eye
that
doing that
motherfucker,
electric
man.
slide.
Y'all niggas is
Yeah.
sick.
I ain't trying to talk about the nigga mama, but damn. You know what I'm saying? They put this shit out here, not me. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't do this.
He
My mama
left.
look like that. I'm gonna be taking pictures with her. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what we doing here?
He need to take her.
She like, I'm just reacting.
Her eyes no longer talk to each other. Look, they go their separate ways.
That's the whole thing.
Shit.
Yeah, but how could you leave your mama all like that though?
Yeah, take her.
Oh, I think we might be able to cover that a little later. Who knows?
Okay.
And he's
Yeah,
big.
that's great.
He's had to have a lot of bread. Right?
He
He
ain't
was
shit
using
for
it
this
at
got in
least
her
for
hand.
a
What the
moment
hell is
there.
that?
He ain't shit. She should never be in this position. He ain't shit for
Yeah,
this.
no, he could have got that eye fixed with all that money he made, teeth and everything. Could have got the slip on veneers. You know what I'm talking about? The curly whites. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he could have hooked up. I don't know what this nigga
Got that
doing. Ain't
stamp
number
in front of teeth
20,000.
and shit.
He could have
20,000.
got her
He got that.
some
He got
Oakley
that.
shades. He could have got her some Oakley shades or something. You know,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Right.
Oh, you not leaving your mama out to dry like that, man.
That's what I'm saying, Kev. It ain't no way in the world you're man. Come on now.
Ain't no way, bro. Hell
he
no.
ain't shit.
You know what? You know what? This deserves a little bit of backstory. So
Yeah, please.
let's do a little bit of this. No jumper.
So
Oh,
Lil
Lord
Nas
Jesus.
being criticized for not helping his mother, who struggles with homelessness. After fans encounter her begging for money, someone shared the alleged video of Lil Nas' mother holding a cardboard sign begging for change on the street.
Hey, to Lil Nas, mama. Man, that crazy. I thought I knew you.
Now that's fucked up, man. See, man, tell that man he buy you all the ball, that man tree. That's fucked up, shawty.
I told you that his mama, bro. This is Lil Nas X's mom holding a feed me sign. Although some fans have wondered why Lil Nas X wouldn't offer help, many are coming to his defense and raise points about the complications of addiction and the neighborhood talks comments. Sky Jackson, who also appears in Lil Nas X Panini video, came to his defense explaining he did try to help her and even put her in rehab, but it didn't work. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped praying for her. His father came forward with his own Instagram post to control the narrative surrounding his son.
That was his mama right there. Back it up like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Back it up like 5 seconds.
Nah,
that was his mama right there.
That's his girlfriend.
Yeah,
That's
the one you just saw on the street.
Go forward.
Yeah.
No, that's not
her. Talks comments. Sky Jackson, who also
that's
Panini
right there. Panini video. That's the chick in the video with him.
That's defending him. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Somebody who's defending him. That's not his mom.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So I do hold a reserve for guys. Addiction is a motherfucker, man. You can't help those people, man. You just can't.
Right.
Yeah. If they don't want help, and what are you gonna do? Keep feeding them money so they keep fucking come closer to dying?
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving her out there like that. Though. You can't do that. You can't.
I ain't gonna just be honest with y'all though. As soon as we seen the motherfucker like slide down the stripper pole onto the devil's lap, like you can't trust that little motherfucker. He liable to do anything.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw him too, Kev. It was over with after I saw that shit. I had no more interest, Joe.
I mean, you know,
yeah, you're right. He's liable to do anything.
I do not understand that I came up in the crack era, right? And that addiction. It doesn't matter how much fucking money you got. If that person is addicted, they will smoke to your fortune. That's it. So if you're going to support their habit, are you going to have to let them find their way?
Yeah.
There's no way you
can't kidnap a motherfucker. So yeah.
No,
so make them do some shit.
Stay in rehab.
Not me. If I'm going one way, if God has blessed me like they have with Nas, I can't let my mom slide in the freaking.
You rather have a choice, though.
Not at all.
What do you do?
What are you gonna do, dude? She's an adult. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I'm a multi-millionaire, bro, if I'm a multi-millionaire, she finna smoke crack anyway. At least I'm gonna put her up in a place.
You gonna supply the rocks?
Oh God in heaven, no! I'm
You
not
gonna
even
supply the
capping,
rocks?
bro.
Hey,
I'm not even capping, bro. I'm gonna put her up in a safe place. At least, like,
put in a safe place. Let her
your ass and say you still finna smoke crack. Like,
I'm gonna get you that rock you always wanted.
No, think about it. Like on some real shit. Look. If you ever think about how little Boosie do his shit, right? I ain't trying to say nobody in his family is on drugs. Nigga bought a house, then he bought land around his house, right? He built the compound in the back, nigga, almost at least 2-3 blocks in the back of his land, right? Because he got that much. That's what Kev talking about. He talking about just make sure sure he can have somebody watch her, clean up, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because he know he can't stop the addiction, but not gonna leave her in a place to where she gonna be out here strung out on these streets. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna have to do all that. You gonna be able to do this right here because I can't stop you from doing it, but I can at least have a nurse come over here and look at you. I can at least have, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you got food. Make sure you got somewhere to lay your head at where you ain't sleeping underneath the light out here throwing your body.
She said early in the interview, though, she got a home.
All kind of shit.
She just don't go back to it all the time. She said she just don't go back to it all the time.
Yeah, I'm putting your ass way out in the country. You ain't gonna even be able to leave that motherfucker. The hell you mean? You can be out there all you want to. I bring it to you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what could be done. I don't know what could be done. I just don't know if I could if I could function and go out there and keep making my money and keep getting my celebrity, knowing that like my mom is sitting there walking the streets and taking $100 for people for interviews. That's kind of wild to me.
I hate to say it, but
she probably out there sucking dick for crack.
That's a whole fact.
You know what I'm saying? My mama ain't finna be out there sucking dick for crack, fool. Like, that's
I'm voting for the compound.
You finna suck dick for crack. Let me get you some goddamn crack then.
I ain't gonna be that guy.
Hey, chat. Can we get $2 for the compound super chat?
That's a whole fact. $2 for the compound.
Keep mom
Not for the compound.
We gave you the research and everything. Damn.
That was a cold little. That was a cold
Got another
little,
guest coming to
360
the
that you pulled.
panel. Let me get our next guest come in.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
You know what I'm talking about? What's good with your night, Triple OG?
Salute. I just wonder why Kev go to the darkest places instantly.
Always.
I mean, that woman is just trying to have a conversation. Then nobody say nothing about her giving no sloppy toppy. That's crazy.
This weird ass old man got a crush on me, bro. Anywhere I go on the internet, this nigga sure to follow. And then always got something to say to me, bro. God bless you, Nightish. You know what I'm saying?
Got another guest coming to them. We are full. So at this point, once I let the last guest up, if you want to get somebody up out of here, it'll be dollars per minute. So if you want to get somebody out of for $5 to get a spot on the panel, make sure you send the $5, you know what I'm saying, to either ReslaOpinionated or OGDoDirty's Cash App. Do not send it to the super chat if you're trying to get somebody up off the panel and you want to come up. Please send it to the Cash App so we can get them down and get you up here. Let me bring Brick inside.
Oh,
good, brother, man. Already dropping out, but we got one anyway. Somebody else gonna pop back up anyway. Go ahead, continue.
Hey, I'm gonna dip out, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow, though, man. If y'all, I don't know if y'all are streaming, but if y'all are, I'll see y'all.
All right, bro. Well, we good.
I had one of Brick's flunky come and stalk me, talking to me about Brick. I didn't even know I had a problem with Brick.
Really? What?
I didn't know Brick had flunkies.
Well, Brick, you got to follow him, sir.
I don't know about it.
Yeah, what happened? What happened, Nightish?
Tell me.
He was explaining something to me about redheads and y'all being evil, and was I following evil redheads around? I don't know what the fuck it was about.
I don't know. Yeah, no clue. You have to tell me
Probably
about
was.
it.
It probably was no clue. Probably was clue.
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
All right, let's see what else she's saying right here.
Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. Are you saying that because I thought at the beginning of the interview, I thought you said you was 55 years old?
Yeah, I am. I know I'm 54, but I'm 55.
You're 54?
I'll be 55 August 13.
Okay, so you're 54 years old.
Yeah.
So you're not 48 like you said. Oh my God.
Did I?
Tamika, that changed the whole story. Tamika, my bad. That changes the whole story.
I'd be 49.
No. You said you're 54. And that makes more sense. That means that you had your first baby around the age of 14 or so.
I was 15.
15. So why'd you tell that lie?
Did I?
What do you mean, did I? Yes, you told her. Okay. You plead the fifth. So was that the alcohol talking?
It had to be.
You know why she had to lie?
Here's the thing that makes it more difficult.
Had to be.
Is on the wristband that you had that you showed me, it said that you was 48 years old.
Yeah.
So you lied to the hospital and gave him some fake birthday.
Why? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Okay, so you're 54 years old, going on 55.
Yeah.
Okay. So that stuff, because that was like, wow.
That's
You were saying that you.
Everybody business. I know how you been putting that on iCloud with my mom when she had just lost her other half.
Your mom is still living?
Yeah, but she just lost the other half.
Other half of her what?
Other half of her rock.
But God,
That's okay.
That was her husband?
No, not my daddy, because my daddy was just right here.
Right, but I'm saying like that was her boyfriend or whatever that died?
Yeah, she got a 3-bedroom house. My son put it in the home.
Okay. Do you not want to be in a home?
Ain't answer nothing about that.
So
like,
wait. Can we stop for a moment? My son put her in a home, didn't put you in a home.
No, she said she got a home. She just don't go back there.
Oh man, it was just interesting. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's putting out a lot more money to put your mom in a home. Yeah, I just thought it was very interesting to hear that.
Oh, why don't you?
Bro, this is
do you
dark.
go there every night?
This is dark.
Not every night.
So you choose to stay out on the street some nights?
I choose to want to go where I want to go.
Okay, I can dig it. I guess for the people that would ask, Why? Why not just go home at night?
Sometimes when you just ain't at that stage, just not at that level, and your mind can be on a whole nother level.
I don't know what that means.
Why not walk out?
Shit.
What?
The stages and the
Addiction.
levels.
She's addicted.
She on the boy.
Yeah, man. You can't hold her. So I was originally saying that you can't.
Not a whole nother level.
A whole nother level.
What level she talking about?
Level
That's
to
what
be
I'm
in my
lost
own
at.
house.
Right.
Well, see back in those days, the when the young ladies had the babies, most likely their mama was taking care of the baby. So he probably had more of attachment to his grandmother than he does to his mother. He probably look at his mother like a
100%.
sister and her grandmother like a mama.
True.
Nah, he look at his mama like she ain't shit. You know, she's somebody that he don't fucking know.
It would appear that way, that he just threw some money her way and didn't really make the investment.
He looked at his mama and asked her to pay attention.
But
She
he
didn't
couldn't
look
tell
back
what
at
she
him.
looked at.
She couldn't look back at him
about her eyes. And shit,
Oh, shit, nah,
Oh, that's fucked up. Whoever said that is a piece. Whoever says she can't look back is a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're right.
You know why it's easy for her to lie? Because she never have to look them in the eye.
Never has to look anyone in the eye.
Y'all going to hell for?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe not by sight. That mean let go.
Don't
and
be
let
in
God
good
have
company.
on that end.
Mm-hmm.
When I said the
You're
same
right,
time,
though. The house
Definitely
too far
smoking
from
weed
the
there.
You got all these little sayings like some old Pope Pimp pastor, some old Southern Pope Pimp pastor. You always got your little one-liners that you try to reroute the conversation to basically not answer the question.
Very good.
Okay, Tamika, you listen. I'm from here. I know all that. Well, listen, I've been here since I was 5 years old. I'm 41, so I'm from here enough. I get it. So we're similar enough, right? Okay, so you're saying that that stuff that happened to you, basically, you had a kid at 15, not 8.
Was it 14?
14 to 15. 14 to 15.
No, be real with you, 13.
It was 13?
Yeah.
Okay, and so
Well, it was 10 when I got pregnant, but
Can't
and
trust
who was that by? Come on, come the truth with it this time.
Be real with you. I was that back in the days. That when they had house party and them hunt back against the wall. I messed myself up and I thought I was the right man, and got paid. Be real with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, this
Well,
story
I
is
bet
getting
it was a
crazy.
lot
and
of
crazy.
He said $10.
Wait a minute. He was wait. Pause it.
This story
She was
getting crazy.
between 8 or 15, and she thought she was with the right man for a certain amount of money. Is that what she just said?
$10, sir. $10.
I think so, yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
$10.
Bro, that's dark.
That's a cold ass $10.
I don't make a joke out of that shit. That means she was a minor, bro. You know what I'm saying? And,
That's a fact.
Some weird shit happened to her as a baby. Like what?
I tell you what, though,
Nah,
she more likable than Nas X. I can fuck with her. I don't,
Oh my God.
Dog, this nigga ain't shit.
This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
This is wild.
So that was the 80s, right?
Wow.
No.
That would have been the 80s.
No, that's she said 8. That's 78. She said she's 54. It's like 78, 79.
So right
This
at the end of
nigga, her son is 25 years old, so she's.
He was born in 99.
Yeah.
What? She said she's 54, 55.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know.
So that means she was born in 70, 71.
Yeah, she's born in like 70,
Oh my gosh.
71. Yeah, so she was operating like prime time, like crack cocaine epidemic. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
adolescent.
In the early 80s.
Kind of where I was
A
going.
teenager.
That's the way it
So
was
if she
then.
got pregnant at 13, bro, she probably got tossed by some weird ass nigga in a fucking, at a house party. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly
Probably
what
got
happened.
like
Tell
some
us
real
what
trauma going on.
It was
No,
15.
you got me to alcohol.
Right, trading that shit for penny fucking candy.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Okay, so he got you
Fucking
some
up.
alcohol with the 5 and he gave you the 10.
Yeah,
And so you let him get in the cheeks when you was 12?
I thought I liked him,
Okay.
but I didn't know.
How old was he at the time?
You were older than me.
How much older?
To be real honest with you, about maybe 20, 30.
20 or 30?
20 or 30.
Man, I knew it,
The
bro.
fuck?
Exactly. She been traumatized ever
Holy
since, bro.
shit.
Exactly.
I need to hear that again.
Goddamn.
How much older?
She lucky she didn't get caught up in the Atlanta child murder.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
About maybe 20, 30, 25, 30 years.
He was probably 25 or 30, and you was 12.
25, 30 years older than you.
Older, so he was like in his 40s, maybe 50s.
No, 25 older than 12 is
And you
37.
liked him, and you was 12.
No, he liked me because he liked to be body.
Okay, but why would you?
Because he was liking that what?
50 or 60 year old.
A good body, a good body.
That's a 12-year-old.
You always got some old nonsense you talking about.
That's that shit I be talking about. Really, she gotta stop.
I have daughters that are just a little bit older than that age, and I'm saying that I can't imagine them messing with some 50-year-old guy. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
you never know it when your eye can't see what you can't see, what you can't see.
Oh, not her eye can't see. Oh man.
And her eye can't see a lot of shit. That's damn sure.
She was looking at the wrong person the whole time. The whole time she was looking at the wrong dude.
She was looking at the guy on either side of him.
Insensitive, but she said it though. God damn.
Can't see what you can't
That
see.
is crazy coming from her.
That is
you got
wild.
pregnant, so your first daughter is from a.
I didn't have no belly, honey. So
Right, you said that part. So you're saying that your first daughter was by a guy that was about 40 or 50 years old?
No, she said 25 or 30 years older than her. She was
And
12,
which
so
one-
he was 37.
Yes, going on 40.
That's TMI. That's TMI, Tamiki. Okay, so hold on. So because which one of your daughters contacted you and that said they saw the interview?
my oldest.
So the one that we're talking about.
Yes.
So what did she say when she called you? What did she say?
She said, "Mama, why would you? Hey, what you doing downtown?" I said, "I'm a grown. I'm your mother."
And so how is she living? Does she live a good life?
Oh, yeah, she have a big old house. She stays in the city.
In the city? Okay, so what did you tell her when she said, "Why were you downtown?" You just said, "I do what I want to do."
I'm your mother, and I can do the fuck I want to do.
Well, then what else did she say after that?
She said, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Have a good day." See you.
Why? Why you?
About it, I'm always love my grandbaby.
So,
oh my God,
Kev,
telling that. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about. She's telling.
Is she not still for the streets?
Bro.
Nah, she obviously for the streets, bro. For sure. She obviously for the streets.
I don't like the fact that she's telling her family business. Now people know that her daughter was born at a young age. They can look the shit up and then they can find out. And now she's sitting here. Look, so we just got through talking about this on my show. I'm getting tired of people self-snitching. Now she's telling everybody that she let her grandbabies. Now you letting people know that your daughter got children. You gotta stop self-snitching on yourself, man. People listen to certain shit. You gotta stop telling people all your business. We already didn't look you up real with the quickness. Now we know who you look like. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let you do a background on the family.
You're not wrong. It up, bro. You sick.
This is bad.
Hey, Joe Cool, you gotta control yourself up there.
You start rocking back and forth in that car real quick. Joe,
she cutting up, bro. I don't know what's wrong, bro. That eye's throwing me out.
Jesus. All right. She's something though.
For life.
But what about your kids?
I love them too.
Okay, so then why you like curse them out and stuff like that? Why you doing all that?
Ooh.
Huh?
I don't curse them.
Yeah, you did. You say I don't give a F and all this other stuff.
And they live from that, they gonna understand.
All right.
I'm very proud of them though.
You very proud of them? What up, Arthur?
They graduated. Once they graduated, they went to college, and they made effort to themselves.
And so, at any point, were any of them in foster care or CPS or anything like that?
No, my son, who's in prison now, he messed himself up, and he was with my grandma before my grandma passed.
So he used to live with your mom or your grandma?
I was in jail.
Okay, how long was you in jail for?
I ain't gonna tell you.
How long was you in jail for, Tamiki?
Hi.
How long?
You telling everything else.
You may be sick.
Come on. Okay, so you wasn't in jail for years or
I thought I was
nothing.
gonna die though.
You thought you was gonna die? What do you mean?
Cause I don't like
being in jail.
No, you got time when they say trays up, nigga. You ain't got time for that.
Yeah, listen, trays up. Listen, if you know, you know. Okay.
Automatically.
That'll trigger somebody. You hear that trays up, boy. You ever been in that ACDC, that Rice Street?
Yeah, what? They already little trays out. That means, nigga, you better get out there and go get that plate.
Right. Because
and get what? You ain't gonna get paid. You ain't gonna get paid again till
like I'm about to say it's gonna be way later.
That's your last meal.
That's it, and then it's gonna be close to bedtime after that.
Tray, cause get what? You getting no more tray now.
Yeah, it's over with.
Hey, but they always be talking about all the use of food. Nigga, I ain't got time to be trying to get no free food.
This is crazy, snacks. Bro.
I try to get what I can when I can. But
all right. All right, well, look,
in my head.
All right, you go ahead and pause the rest because we're about to end. Yeah. So, man, so what do y'all think? So, what do y'all think about Lil Nas X and his mama doing? We already think it's kind of fucked up. But what are y'all real opinions on this interview that this dude is doing with these people?
This is a good interview right here. Yeah. Kev gave me a new thing with there is a possibility if you give her cocaine maybe to get her off the street. Is there a way to help her? I was set with no. Now I have to reconsider. Right? I was thinking, no, if she don't want help, you can't do shit. But now I don't know. And yes, this dude did a good job.
Oh God, bro. You know what I'm saying? It be different out there. You know, they could get sexually assaulted, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's some I don't know. It's some different connotations with that, but
no fucking way.
What do Little Nas X got to do with it? Is that her son?
Nigga, what the fuck
you
talking about? Yeah,
that's his sister.
That's his sister. That's the one she was talking about. That's the one that she's talking about that got pregnant and had a baby.
Oh,
yeah. She would. If I said she telling her business, she was like, "Nigga, she married. She got a baby." That's the one. So the one in the picture right there with Little Nas X, that's her sister. The one that I guess that's the oldest. That's the one that she had when she was 15,
12 or 8.
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
It's a baby.
Because at first she lied and said it was 8. Then she said that she had to switch it up because of the years. And said it was
15,
14,
13.
You can't really trust. You can't really trust what she's saying, with the dates and everything to be authentic. So it's it's a wobbler, bro. It's really a wobbler.
Yeah, I'm changing my position on this. Originally, I was like, he got to help her, but she's pretty cognizant. She pretty, she's aware of shit. If she ain't gonna go with it, she ain't gonna go with it. I don't think there's much you can do with her.
Okay, so she do. They look like her too.
No, that's
oh my goodness,
nigga, for sure.
That's crazy.
No, they eye ain't messed up, but that look like her.
That's supposed to be him when he get his surgery.
That's stupid.
Oh damn.
That's what I was saying. That's supposed to be him when he get his surgery. That's what that says. I am something in the surgery was get the hell out of here.
Out of pocket.
No.
I was thinking that show looked like his ass.
Yeah, his mom cool
that
people.
Nigga shaved
like
that Adam's apple down and God damn.
You gotta cut your neck and sew it back up.
Ain't no Bruce Dixon. That's Caitlyn. Damn. Caitlyn. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I came in late to the party, but I kind of got the gist of it. There's a fine line between enabling somebody and then being empathetic. And in this case, I would say it's really up to him. It's his mama. Now, me personally, I wouldn't do it. I would have to put my mama up, somewhere in the country.
You understand, though, like my man said on that comment, she got to stay close to the plug. So you got to do what Kev was talking about. And you'd have to provide her with supply her with cocaine or whatever her habit is.
You got to
if she runs if she runs away from home, that's on her.
But I can see
that's probably what happened here.
No, I can see where Nas X would be like. Matter of fact, fuck her.
I appreciate you, Raging Tomato. Hey, let me say this, Raging Tomato. If you can, go ahead and slide on over there and subscribe to OGDoDirty. And then when I come over to your channel, I can say, "Oh, I sent myself to you." If you get what I'm saying, she'll catch on to it. OGDoDirty sent me here. She'll get it when it's
Yeah, she catch up. You ain't talking fast and she ain't listening slow. you know. But, nah, see, this my trip though, cause what she said on that street interview, bro, right? They asked her a question and she was like, "Man, what's up with them kids or whatever?" And she said something about her daughter or whatever. What I got out of that whole little conversation, basically, what she said, we don't about fuck them goddamn kids. You know, that's what I got out of this. Like, worry about them goddamn grandbabies. Don't be asking about the goddamn kids, man. Fuck them goddamn kids. So I'm like, if that was her attitude with like her children the whole time, then I could see Lil Nas X being like, matter of fact, bitch, fuck you then, figure that shit out. You know, I can see
Kev, that was smart. Oh, right, because
you know what I'm
she's
saying?
been, if she's sitting like that with them now, she's been sitting like that in the past. That means he doesn't have that inbred investment to help her out. He's always been disgruntled. I dig it.
Yeah, type shit. She was like an egg donor, or you know what I mean? Like how
Yes, he
people be
saw
saying
your
like,
sperm
yeah,
going.
Well, you got to think about it. That's what you call a personal disappointment. He probably never got what he seen out of everybody else's parents out of her. So that's
like I'm
something
finna
that.
slide down this stripper pole onto the lap of the devil's dick, spite you, bitch. Damn, like this nigga got some issues. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
and then you got to take
shit.
into consideration that it's children having children, and that kind of does change things as well, because children don't know better.
I don't know.
It's a wobbler with that whole little shit right there though, because she said she 55, right?
Yeah.
You're
right on that. Yeah,
she would have been like sexually assaulted because she had the baby at
13.
She was born 1970, so she would have had them babies in like 1985. Lil Nas X is like what 25 years old right now. Ain't no way in the fuck that she had him and his sister looked like she was born right around the same time. Ain't no way in the fuck she had them babies in the 80s. Ain't
at
no way.
that age,
you know.
Yeah, I'm throwing.
So that sounded like cap right now. Just to be honest, now I'm like psycho.
I'm glad you made that distinction. Like I said, I mean, I did come in a little bit late, so that actually is a very valid distinction because she.
Right.
I'm throwing away the numbers, man. All those numbers she threw out there, I'm throwing away every number, and I'm saying that. Yeah, man, she just had it was just a bad situation. I can see why Lil Nas X is probably throwing this whole thing away when you don't want to have to keep thinking about that whole situation he's going through. And I'm gonna tell you right now, she looked like she's happy enough in the streets. Like she don't look helpless like a lot of these other homeless people we see.
Man, she looked like a handful, B-baller. She looked like that motherfucker that even if you try to bring her on tour and try to get her straight, she gonna come out of nowhere, nigga. I eat donuts and raw peanuts. You know what I'm saying? What?
Oh, bro, somebody done socked her shit out at some point in time. She done got out of pocket with somebody, though. You see all them frontals that was just like out of place and shit? She done got out of pocket with somebody at somebody. Boo-bopped her shit. All that shit down the back of her throat. So, yeah, she got a mouth on her for sure.
But she seemed happy.
Right back where I was like, what?
Well, the drugs do that, right? So with the drugs, right? So I've met many people on the street who sit there and basically they're saying the same thing. They enjoy that life. They enjoy that street life. They enjoy being on the street. That's what they do, and they have to do it because that's where they live. It's how they live. That's where they live. That's what they do.
Yep, I dig that.
I mean, God bless everybody, but don't be surprised if God bless you with a situation to smack the dog shit out you, though. You know?
This man is violent.
I'm not violent, bro. I'm talking about God, bro. You ever met God, nigga? God is violent.
Never in life, no.
Yeah.
And if I did, I don't remember it.
Talking, you gonna meet him. Yeah.
See, being violent again. Why? I'm an old man. Let me go out with old age, sir. Why I gotta meet God today?
Handle your candle, bro. Don't let me disturb your peace, nigga. The fuck?
Can't wait till God get you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's why I say God bless everybody, but don't be surprised if you get blessed with a fucked up situation, you know? Karma.
Yeah.
Karma.
Especially
bad
when you don't learn that
outlive most good people. What you saying?
Bro, that energy that you put out is coming back in one way, shape, or form, bro.
What difference does it make if you 80 though?
What you mean?
It be some motherfuckers that be horrible people and live old as fuck.
Yeah, bro, but if your mind is tormenting you, bro, is that like a life to live though? If you being tormented by your mind and shit, is that like a life to live? You know?
Motherfucker around
So
here,
you're at
gang
peace?
leader.
You're a young man. You're at peace mentally?
Yeah, for the most part, bro.
See, there you go. And for the most part, don't mean yes.
Yeah, for the most part, you know, life situations be happening or whatever the case may be. So you got to deal with that, and then, you know, once you get yourself back to baseline, I'm not like fucked up though. You know,
I don't know. I see you sipping a lot, and you're a young dude.
yeah, I like to drink my beer, nigga. You got the nerve to say something about this nigga pass out drinking wine.
No, it's like
every
you
night.
dealing with something,
bro.
You
Everybody's
self-medicating.
dealing with something. Everybody is dealing
like you
with something.
self-medicating.
Nigga, when you see me on the internet, is when I'm
Hey,
drinking.
Joe, man.
Oh, that's a character. Okay, so your character on the internet is a drunk, not in real life.
You don't see me on the internet every day, bro. You
No,
know?
I'm just saying your character on the internet is a drunk, but in real life you sober.
Well, I'm not a character. I'm the same nigga on the internet that I am off the internet.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. That's why you follow me around the internet, fucking making all these little homoerotic.
Listen.
all
I
the
do
time.
not follow you around the
Definitely
internet.
confused.
Listen, I'm over
100%
here
you
messing
do,
with
bro.
my dog OG
Listen,
and
God
wrestling
bless
them.
you.
I don't follow you like that, Kev. You just show up
Whatever
in
you
places
say,
where
whatever
I'm
you
cool
say,
with
my
folks.
brother.
That's all.
God bless you, bro. God bless you.
Like I don't know about all them scandals that you and Resto was
Listen,
in. I'm
tell
just,
your story walking, my brother. God bless you. God bless you.
Wow, that is crazy.
God bless you.
Why you bring Resto into this, Joe?
Right, bro, just caught a stray.
No.
I just always be on.
All I
some
know is
bullshit.
that one day I was on my show and they popped up and they was like sitting side by side touching shoulders, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right here? I think that Kev is the mouthpiece for Resto.
Really?
Fuck you, man.
That
I'm
day
the
he was
mouthpiece of
anyway.
Resto.
He was doing the most talking. He still is right now. He's still trying to save him, and I ain't even doing nothing to him.
The other
I ain't
day,
trying to
well, not
save
the other
nobody,
day,
nigga.
a couple
know
weeks
what
ago,
you
or whatever,
talking
them niggas was on panel together. Resto was giving his version of shit, and Kevin was like correcting him. Well, I saw it like this. I saw it like that. He was not like standing in front of him.
Hell
Okay.
nah, yeah. I ain't nobody shield, bro. That's out.
That's amazing.
Why you giggle like that, nigga? You weird.
Because you guys are talking about some straight up pause shit.
Exactly. I just be on some weird shit, bro.
Laughing
God
at
bless you,
that.
though, bro.
Was that the redhead that said we were talking about some Paul shit? I will not sit here and allow a ginger to talk shit to me.
Bye, Felicia.
Jesus. All right, Reza, we got another one coming to you. Hopefully, this one will put you in the same mindset and give you even more. I don't know what it's gonna do to you, but you can tell me about it after we get through playing it. Go ahead, Reza.
Oh shit! What? They done found Nighty's studio apartment on this motherfucker.
That's my ex-wife's house.
What up, fatty?
She remind me of Aurora in
Colorado.
Oh damn!
God damn!
That's definitely her place. Yep.
Somebody got some context on what we're looking at?
This is where Marathon Kevin Resto was at.
Yo, Joe, you got to stop with that, Joe.
Yo.
I think this is Vegas.
Is that a Vegas rental house?
That's a Vegas apartment. That's they left.
Ooh, look at them bugs on that bed.
What is that? Is that like a rope? Is that
Is
rope?
this the Las Vegas Airbnb after they left?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit crazy, bro. God damn, that whole packed up with bugs. Look at the bed, boy. You know that bed got bed bugs on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That goes somebody.
Yes. We have been living here for the time being.
She got the drugs sitting right there on the bed.
Only
Look at that.
structure they haven't.
That's crazy work. That is crazy work.
They're gonna demolish.
How many damn hypodermic needles do you have?
She needs
Not enough.
So we know it's temporary.
Diabetic.
Wow.
But yeah, we
Nah,
climbed
she
up
ain't
through that
diabetic.
window and
Temporary, but you ain't gonna
try
pick
to
up the
keep it a
trash.
secret.
You mean that's not for insulin?
No.
I'd be willing to bet it was.
Yes, sir. She's a diabetic.
What's that spray on
What the
deodorant
fuck
nigga,
is
for
that?
men, nigga?
Bug poop, bro.
Is this blood on the door?
Bug poop.
Blood?
No.
What you doing with the spray on deodorant?
Fuck is that?
Yeah.
Damn.
I get on the ceiling.
Yeah, that's a crime scene.
Them is
blood on
some
that,
serious.
bro.
So when she shoot up, the blood speed up to the ceiling.
Yeah, that's blood.
You gotta put a
Holy
smile on it
shit,
real quick,
bro.
Russell.
Fucking health
She hitting that
hazard.
neck. She hitting that neck, bro.
Boy, say y'all.
Hitting it
it's-
so.
That's a Quentin, bro. That's
Could
a
you-
Quentin Tarantino movie right
That's
there.
a
Yes.
fact right there.
Could
That
you
shit
sleep in there overnight? I'm just asking.
Hell
everybody.
no.
Hell
Could
no.
you sleep in there overnight?
If one of
Hell
you
no.
told me that,
Catch
I'd call
hepatitis.
you a liar. If you were like, Joe, there's blood on the ceiling, I'd have called you a liar if I hadn't seen that
Bro,
Hey,
myself.
do me a favor, for the mods that's in the chat, if you over on Wrestle side, please drop my link over there. Mods who over on OGDoDirty page, please drop Wrestle's link over there so that way we can get people to subscribe to both pages. We got a lot of people coming in, so make sure we want to communicate, have everybody communicate with each other. There's two chats going at the same time, so mods, if you can, put my chat inside of Wrestlers, put my link inside of Wrestlers so they can come over, subscribe to me, and then same for Wrestler. Put it in mine so we can go over there and subscribe to Wrestler.
And don't forget, put Joe Cool's
That's
Cash App in there, right? Put Joe Cool's Cash
Appreciate
App.
you, Raging Tomato.
Man,
It
here
is,
you
guy.
go.
Appreciate you.
This nigga here
Rating tomato for
live.
the raid.
Bro, I got $100 bill for anybody that sleeps in that house overnight and comes back with a
It ain't
negative
worth it. I got to throw my
hepatitis
clothes
C
away. It
test.
ain't worth it.
No,
Joe.
that happens.
It ain't worth
Catching
it, Joe.
hepatitis if you hang out over there.
Right,
bro.
if I don't
Guys,
catch
oh,
I'm getting a tetanus
No.
booster before I even enter that house.
Right,
you need
I'd
all
rather
that,
more
go
than
bro.
to
that
the
tetanus
basement
booster,
of
bro.
the insane asylum or
What?
something.
You turn it into
Overnight.
content, Bill.
That's
Bring a
crazy.
couple of
What's
ghost
that?
detectors. I'm sure you'd catch some ghosts up in there.
My shit's getting
Bro,
Hey,
how
itchy
you
Jack
already.
get
Critters,
that much
though.
like blood splatter? Can you run it back like a couple seconds? Because I'm trying to figure out how you get that blood splatter
So
over
I say
everything
hit
like
the
that.
neck, yeah.
It's when you
Look at that,
pull the
bro.
thing out of your
That
arm.
looks like a shotgun blast, bro.
Right.
Able to shoot dope and getting very frustrated. There's some over there too. We've actually just started to make it a decorative thing.
Oh, it's Russell.
Ah, she did it
Oh
on
my
purpose.
God.
Said make it a decorative thing.
She did it on purpose.
How?
Yeah.
How do you do that though?
Like, so when you hit
The
an
only
artery,
thing I can
right?
think of is needle poke the wrong way, blood come out.
Yeah, the artery, right?
And then you
Or-
like plug it up for
or-
a second, right? Like, cause the pressure is like, and you just
Yeah,
just
pressure the
let
clock
it go.
clock
Yeah.
it back up. Yeah,
She say out of
God
frustration,
damn.
she'll squirt it on the walls.
that's crazy. You know what, Joe? That's her artistic side.
I gotta think positive.
Right. She did say that, I think.
That's one of them happy little trees she put up on the freaking ceiling.
That's
It's
why I
just a
be
bush.
ducked off. That's why I don't fuck with people, bro.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Was this like a YouTube post or what? Where did this video come from? Where'd you find this?
There's another
Who
one.
just interview?
Yeah.
Stop there above me.
Oh, this is so sad.
Damn, look at that painting. That painting is like a heroin addict from like the
Look at that, more
1700s.
blood.
Lead paint.
Just knotted out in the painting.
What the fuck is wrong with you girls?
Economics, bro.
Oh, daddy.
Economic.
What the fuck?
Yeah, more needles.
Everywhere, fool.
Oh yeah.
That's the makeup kit.
You want another piece of gum? Yeah.
Look at
She
their
got the pipe in her
legs,
hand right
bro.
there.
Yeah.
Bro, that like fucking 25 with varicose veins. What the
Look at
fuck?
that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's in the pipe. There's a crack at the bottom of the pipe too.
Dirty don't matter.
Tell me if this shit wasn't legalized and we put all the money that we were putting into keeping people down and in jail into like rehab and education that.
Oh man,
they'd go right back to it. Most of them would go right back to it because they don't want to quit.
For sure.
That's what she need to keep doing. Just smoke your weed. What the fuck?
Oh, look at her knee. Look at her knee.
You better not touch my goddamn weed.
They ain't really getting nothing out of it.
Oh, God,
Well, I'll flip out people. I will flip all the way out.
That's my OG. That's my
Sir,
spoiled
sir,
weed.
your
That's my
weed is not
spoiled
strong
milk
enough.
weed.
Not at all.
I'm looking for someone to wipe this so I can take it off.
Don't take
Oh, here we go.
Don't get blood on the camera.
Nigga say don't do it.
Bro, I didn't even notice that. Her knees are so scabbed up.
Yep.
Causes skin wounds that take like months to heal.
Oh, she got another
And what it
bandage,
does
bro.
is like the
Yeah,
soft
she got
tissue
xylazine
in this
sores, man.
dies, and
yeah,
instead of healing, it'll rot.
It's your little stuff.
Look how swelled up she is. Look how swelled up she
Yeah,
is.
you noticed it too, Joe
Yeah,
Cool.
it's
Yeah,
like
you got a little girlfriend sitting over there. Check out.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I was saying.
Ooh, she about to wrap that thing. Wait a minute.
So
Here we
Yeah, we might
go.
have to leave this woman, bro. I don't know about that. I'm gonna show it a little bit.
you have a wound
I'm gonna
or
show it a
get a
little bit.
wound,
Y'all ready?
and
Get ready for this.
No, I'm not
I'm
ready.
make it big too.
Man, I bet you in that room you smell that shit right now.
it'll take
Yeah, but I'm
like
make
the
it big
wound
too.
won't heal properly, even
You
if
can
they're
see
not
it.
caused
Yeah,
from.
let's see what
Is that green?
Here we go.
Oh, don't do
Look
it.
at the color,
This
yo.
was an abscess.
Actually,
from
not that bad.
projecting, but
What you mean that's
I've
not
had
that
abscess
bad,
before,
bro?
and the whole
She's got
has never been that big,
You know that
and
smells.
it's
Yeah, look at
not healing.
Oh,
Look at that shit.
nigga, no.
And it's really
Oh,
gross.
God bless y'all. I can't.
And
That's
this is
enough.
the
That's enough for me, my boy.
Christ,
still
alive.
alive.
You look at your her leg with ass
Look, you
too.
can't
She
put that.
clean
Look,
that.
you can't put that bandage back
What are you gonna
on.
do?
It's
Put
actually
your
been
gotten
peroxide
a
on
lot
that.
less.
Yes,
She's supposed to
It hasn't
change the
gotten any
bandage now.
smaller.
She ain't
Throw
supposed
some
to.
J and B
God
lick
bless
on
y'all.
that.
Doing
You
that,
put something on that strong.
Hell
She's gonna be
fucking
searching
no.
for a vein in that arm here about 5
Just
minutes.
let you know, chat. This is not for the weak at heart. But just let you
Look at her
know,
homegirl.
you need to
Looking at
stay
her like-
away from this kind of stuff.
Hey Joe, put your hand down. Look at that. You watch that.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
You put your hand down. You watch that.
Matters right here now.
Yeah,
That's real life, sir. That's real life.
I didn't make Kev leave. God damn it. Shit. That thing said he ain't gonna watch this shit.
Let you know, guys, because just listen. Even Kev had to go out. It's not for
I didn't
weak
even
stomach.
realize.
That was great. That was great.
That's bad.
That nigga said
You
that
ever
was
seen
great.
anybody's arm starting to rot off from weed, man?
Sad part, like the thing about that, Kev.
Nope.
The thing
I'm
about it is
smoking
that
something now, and
we
ain't
have
nothing
seen
wrong with me.
so much worse. We have seen so much worse.
Oh, yo, that ain't nothing, bro.
Oh yeah, that one lady in the
She had
in the
a
ad
void. She had a black
beginning.
hole in her arm.
with all them fucking knots on her leg.
Oh, yeah, her shit in there, too.
Yeah,
The chick that had
The one in
the
Arizona?
knots on her eyeball. Remember the one that had
Yeah.
the eyeball knots?
Yeah.
This is tame right now.
Yeah, on the cool. Yeah, this one ain't that bad. It was, like I said, we didn't really see no green on it, and then looked like it had no pus on it or nothing like that. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was oozing out.
Not huge,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
huge holes. Like somebody took a big chunk out of the leg.
That's
was
exactly
wild.
what
You're
it
right,
looked
it is
like.
scabbing.
Green with big chunk missing.
Yep,
It's
yes,
disgusting.
yo.
Yeah.
A green ooze.
Yeah.
But she is supposed to go ahead and wash it, change the bandage,
Right.
and then she
That
can
ain't
wrap it
helping, right.
again.
Yeah, when you're that high, you don't
He's
think
able to
about
do that
that.
because he actually has a place. We've seen people that did not have a place to change their shit out, so it was
That's a good point.
bad.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, it looked like it stunk and some more shit. Then, like I said, they didn't have nowhere to take no baths, get it cleaned out. So, and then they were still shooting up around it, so it didn't make it no better. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely,
I know, right?
I see the old guy Nightish left. He couldn't stomach it either.
Oh no, he went to go find Kev.
Oh.
well, you know, you should have come on back, Kev. Don't even worry about it. We done. We just gonna play the rest of it. But I don't think she's gonna unwrap her leg. That's great. If she unwrap her leg,
come
we
back,
for it too.
Kev. I want to see if Night is gonna follow you, Kev. You got to come back. Let's see if it's true or Night stalking you.
It's all content.
See, listen, the only thing to do it is just to go through it. Come back, Kev.
All right, let's see.
Get the link. Come
That
on back,
nigga
bro.
come back.
I've gotten word or I've heard on this, like from people that
It was Ruthless.
dealers are starting to sell just xylazine, like even
Oh yeah,
without
Rufus
the
gone too.
fentanyl,
He left out here quick.
which is like a scary thing because
fentanyl, folks.
What's coming off? Is
First
that
of all, like
fentanyl
the
strong.
drug itself, it kind of just
I'm
like
glad it's
paralyzes
covering up
people.
a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked
Puts
nasty.
you
So
out, and then people are walking around with
yeah,
wounds
you
and,
still see it a little bit. I should have made the squares
like
bigger,
that,
but
or
you know what I'm
don't
saying?
heal
We
and
all
like you hurt and can't walk.
keep on zooming in
I
on it
saw
too.
this on other people, on several other people,
And
like
it's
a
getting
bunch of
exposed
times
to nothing but
before
filth and
it
dirt.
happened to me.
So it ain't gonna
You
never
know,
get clean.
and
You know what I'm saying?
usually it's not all
Bro, it
homeless
is
people.
dirt
that's a
all
fact.
around
So
the
I
inside
didn't
of
know
that.
exactly like why their wounds were getting that way, and a lot of them also injected Molly also, which I don't do. So I assumed it might have been related to that as well. I knew that the xylazine was causing skin wounds, but not like that, you know. So I just kind of tacked it up to other
Okay,
stuff that they
wait.
were
Pause
doing
this real quick.
wrong.
Pause this real quick, Chris. So she's shooting up xylazine?
Yes.
Yes,
Xylol
sir.
based. They
Oh,
started
they
using
out of
Xylol
line.
instead of
She's
acetone.
she's hitting that fentanyl, and on top of that, she's taking other stuff. Her friend, her nice little companion over there was already hitting the pipe. She was hitting the pipe, and she just finished saying, "You got to be careful because you might get Molly mixed in your shit."
I thought that's what she said.
Speedballs. Yeah.
She believed it was part of it. That's probably part of the problem.
She believes it was probably
Yeah.
Xylol's
But
about
she
half the cost
believes
of
it is
acetone.
part of the problem. Sir, look at her arm. There's
She
her arm
think
and her
that's what.
leg.
Yeah, she thinks she got that in her injection somehow and got Molly in there. I think that's what she tried to say.
No, but
Oh,
it's just
that's
using
long
dirty.
term exposure. That wasn't a one time thing.
Plus using dirty
Exactly
needles.
for one
You know
time.
what I'm saying? You reusing needles and using dirty needles. That's
She's
why
very
your arm
poorly
looking like that.
informed. Yes, she's
Yes, bro.
poorly
It is,
informed.
but the Xylol is it's a different type of organic oil-based compound where it doesn't dissolve. Your body doesn't break Xylol down. Like xylene is like paint thinner, you know, just like acetone, but it's half the price. So they started using base to
Look
make
at
all
that chick in the back. She look blown. She look high as fuck, Joe. Look at her little bra in the back.
So basically, it's eating away the cells, basically.
Yes. Okay. Zombie drug.
Hell yeah.
They were calling it something for a while when it was on the
Oh,
streets.
that shit that was taking people's flesh off their lips and around their noses.
Xylazine, fentanyl, sir. Absolutely.
It was like a mixture they call like crocodile or something.
Crocodile.
There you go.
Crocodile. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
My man got he had to wear a mask and shit. He got some of that shit. It was just disgusting, bro.
As if that's gonna help.
Yeah. Well, he did it so we couldn't see his face. He was embarrassed.
No, you messing with
Right,
that.
no,
I'm gonna
like
stick to my weed.
none of those things would apply to me, and now I'm getting those wounds. The only thing that applies to me is the xylazine part, and I'm getting those wounds, and my other wounds aren't healing right, and you know.
Does it make you want to?
She just gonna nod out
make
during
you want
the
to stop
interview,
using?
huh?
Is it scary enough to make you want to stop?
It's scary enough to go get antibiotics. But
she said it's scary enough to get antibiotics.
As if antibiotics are going to be the thing that solves it.
There are people who are
As if that's heart
amputated.
surgery or something.
It's not good.
I me tell you something. I will take her head off when the zombie apocalypse comes. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
first thing.
she definitely gonna bite you.
No problem.
I'm taking her head off.
Don't so much as belch around me. You're done.
It's a bite. Look at her. Wait, I was shooting xylazine. No, too late.
If she belches, I'm gonna take that for a zombie mode. She's done.
Farts, any of that shit. Was that you?
Oh.
No, it wasn't me.
That shit looks dirty.
So yeah, that time comes. Don't even twitch the wrong way. Slap you.
It's hard to scare me to stop using, mostly because of what I was just saying. Is like for years I've been using and it wasn't happening. You know what I mean? So I feel like this
Her other arm is swole the fuck up, bro.
Is directly being caused by my using. You know, maybe an infection was, and I've let it get too far.
Of course you did.
But
no shit.
Right.
You know
I love this. I let it get too far. How many people use these words? I was regulating my infections.
Exactly.
The fuck is going on here?
Why your goddamn arm about to fall off? You was regulating it all right.
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
If you ain't taking
Rationalize,
antibiotics, what you doing?
This is crazy.
Nigga be balling shit.
I'm kind of like excusing what.
Hey, look at her tatted
effects
arm.
of
Her
it
tatted
so
arm
that
is
I can-
swollen.
So that I can't keep.
Bro, I was noticing that. I thought I was tripping.
No, it ain't you.
My leg has wounds like this.
It
It's
is.
like
Oh,
shallow
my
skin wounds,
goodness.
also unrelated from
Please don't
injecting.
take that one off.
But
Oh
the
my
same thing is
God.
going on. They don't heal, they don't scab, they stay open.
Oh, she gonna snatch it off
You
and
know,
show us.
and because I'm
I'd rather look at
xylazine
GS's feet than
into
look
my
at this.
system. So
Ooh, she need to cover that wound up though. It's just touching that dirty ass shirt. That just ain't right.
Don't you do that. Don't you. Oh,
Yeah, I guess she is gonna show us. Show us what it looked like. Ooh, that's it.
that was a pimple.
That was a pimple.
You know, and it's been like that, like
Pimple my
it
ass.
just doesn't
But
heal. It
where the
doesn't
other
close.
part of it? It looked like it's something down there. It looked like it's cut the fuck open. Come on now, go take the purple off.
What's going on? Like,
Rip it
Yeah,
off.
down. Let me see.
She about to take it off. Here we go. Here we go.
It's all just pimple.
Here we go.
this dude all in the ashtrays and shit. Who's got the camera? This nigga thorough. He should be an auditor or something. Fuck.
You gotta do it one-handed because you can't take your
It's
bandage
not
out the other hand,
contagious.
right?
People.
I haven't read or heard anything about it being contagious.
Oh, multiples.
You know, as far as
I wonder if
touching.
you fucked up.
You don't just see some shin bone here.
Here we go.
Oh Lord.
Let me get over
The reveal.
And the cameraman, HD 4K.
here. Yeah, got it. Yeah, that nigga getting all up on it. Joe Cool. He all up on it. Smelling it. You know it smell like dirty.
You know he can smell
this is
it.
unrelated to shooting.
That ain't
not
bad.
that
None
bad.
of these wounds are related to injecting.
Well, maybe it is. Look at the
So you
what is that on
just
the
got
screen?
a random.
Yeah, what is
I
that gooey
scraped my
stuff
knee,
next
I
to
fell on my
Right.
knee.
What is that
Also
gooey stuff
from
next to
nodding
it?
out, it's related in
You
that
know
It's
sense.
on the
It look
cloth.
like
It's on the
snot.
I was
bandage
high
too.
and I
It look
kind of
like
like
snot.
fell and hit my head and
Look
then
at the
hit my
bandage.
leg.
It's on there too.
And it's
Bro,
the
look at her
xylazine.
girlfriend on the side though. Her girlfriend knocked out over there. Look at her.
Yeah,
It's
it
very
take no time.
Ooh.
She got a lip squat too, I think.
Get closer. Get closer.
Like I've never injected it in any of these spots.
Brother, ooh.
You say,
Does anybody
"Ew."
else smell burnt toast?
6.
It's not funny.
What are you gonna do to get it? You're going to a doctor or something?
Yeah, I've
Yeah, you
been,
need to.
I've
You
been
need to.
before
ASAP.
to see somebody that at the needle exchange that can clean it. And
No,
well,
baby.
Hey, you better not.
also,
Hey,
will.
say you
Knock
like,
it off.
you better not. You better stop it. You better stop it. Bring your ass up on the panel, nigga. You better stop. Nigga, this nigga said this is not content. Resla, look at him, Resla. You just paused it, talking about it and everything.
Hey, wasn't he up here for the one with the dirty house with the white woman that was cleaning up? He was up for here for some content like that.
Yeah, he was a part of that too. And he act like he all special now. He better than us, nigga. No, you ain't.
Clutching his pearls in the damn chat. Get out of here.
Better watch
How
this
dare
shit.
you guys?
Oh, got the vapors. Get out of here, man.
Good lord.
Now all of a sudden, I'm offended.
You hear me? You ain't offended, sir. It's the stuff that you can talk about too. As a matter of fact, we need your research skills. Can you please come up and help us?
You find her son and her mother.
You wasn't so offended when we was having Melanie up here. My goodness.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
content relief for you.
Crazy, bro. You can't make this up, bro. She literally took that gooey stuff dripping up out of there. It's nasty.
That's Cardi B's sister. What?
This is
What? That is not Hennessy. Hennessy do not look like that.
No.
Girlfriend's over there zoned out.
That's all I'm trying to zoom in on. Yeah, she's nodding, Joe. Look at her.
Oh yeah, the girlfriend lit. Look at her. Look at the girlfriend over there lit, nigga. She gone, nigga. She out of there.
I think she got lit square in that right hand too, Joe.
Your girlfriend lit.
Oh yeah, got the nods.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been there.
Oral and doesn't
You
need
got a
to
little
be
bit more, y'all.
heavy.
If she
So like I said, I've gone over there.
stop
You need to
taking
wrap
off
all that
bandages,
up.
I'd be happy.
Ordered a prescription in. The only part that's kind of scary is that the last time I did that, none of this was
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
because you feel.
I had an abscess on my other arm.
Yeah.
But it didn't get as bad as any of this.
Yeah.
There's still a bandage
So I
on
don't
the
know
other
what
side
they're
of the
gonna tell
leg too.
Yeah, but see, she
What if they tell
exposing
you that it's
everything.
just
She
gonna get worse
exposing
if
all
you
them
keep
open
using
wounds to filth
xylazine?
right now.
Yeah.
How would you go about that?
I'm hoping that's not what they told me. But
What?
I mean, I don't think it would make me stop using. If anything, if they told
Yeah,
me
she's
that,
smoking. I
you
told
know,
you she had a lit
it
square
was
right
a
there.
factual correlation.
Sir, I am reporting this channel for misrepresentation of the white race. This is misrepresentation of the white race. So I am reporting this channel. Why is y'all looking at this disgusting goopy ass bitch? What the fuck is going on? This is the weirdest shit. Where do y'all find this crazy? First, y'all had the white bitch with the fucking tuberculosis all over her fucking body. Now y'all got this bitch with the goopy arm. What the
I forgot
fuck?
all about her. She was tore up too. I mean, yeah, I forgot
That
all
bitch had
about
a
her.
kneecap for a shoulder blade, bro. What the fuck?
Hey! Don't forget, we had Lil Nas' mom up there too.
Yeah,
Oh
we did
my
have
god.
his mom up there.
Oh my god. I just woke up to go to the bathroom and I look at my phone and y'all niggas is looking at zombie bitches. Like, what are we
Bad
doing?
timing,
Wait,
yo.
this is
Bad
for
timing.
educational purposes.
It
Somebody
is.
might be on the wrong track.
This
This
is
is
a
the first
glorious
step
day.
to identifying a zombie.
What can you learn? What can you learn from watching this bitch with an open wound?
Do not do drugs.
True.
How about do not? I know you want controversy, but do not enter drug dens.
Let me go to YouTube support and just go ahead and report this channel. This is bullshit.
Bro, her eyes are wide as fuck right now.
Bruh, that bitch look like
Hey, say you like. Look at the girlfriend sitting over in the corner. Though. Look at her.
Total
nigga.
opposite, yo.
She slumped, nigga. She
She
out of
slumped
there.
and this nigga eyes big as both of them.
Oh, what the fuck is that on her fucking leg, nigga?
Oh,
you missed the
That's
best thing.
That's why I had the picture up there. Yes, that's I try to do I try to content create to make it don't look like theirs, but take out some. The only thing you see is the arm. I told her she need to post some of that J&B on there, some of that whiskey, and hope it kills some of that bacteria on there. So,
Nigga, that ain't gonna do shit. That ain't gonna do a goddamn thing.
She put some of that whiskey on there, some high class whiskey, or some
know
of
what
that
else is not doing
Tangerine.
anything?
Something on there to kill some of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
The
Wrestler, this
antibiotics
your
ain't doing
fault.
shit either.
Wrestler, this your fault.
My fault.
Hell yeah, that's your fault.
Nah, sir. OGDoDirty let me here.
Yeah. It's a whole fact. You know what?
You can't
I
be
didn't
in
even do
public with no more. You can't be in public with no more white bitches.
OGDoDirty let me here.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. I led that nigga to this space, and look here. Look what we looking at. We looking at crazy shit.
Buddy.
This is not safe for YouTube, sir.
Oh, it's worse than this. I just didn't want to pick them. I just thought we just play these two tonight because I thought they was good in information. Like I said, Lil Nas X mama gave us some good information. She was self snitching on her family. Just told us. I didn't know that nigga had a brother that was locked up. Didn't know that nigga had a sister that was married and pregnant. I learned a lot today. I ain't had to go look up.
We even
said all this
research.
Let me see who all on this panel so I can snitch accordingly. You got Uncle Fatty up here, B Baller, Joe Cool Black ass. That nigga, I knew that nigga was gonna be here. He wanted fuck.
Niggas up
He
here,
wanted that
white women on this fucking.
Joe Cool damn near had his tongue on his screen trying to taste the shit. I saw that motherfucker. Who's that down there? Is that Brick? I know Brick motherfucking ass gonna be here. He know all about the shit. Brick, what is the name of the drug that they
He
use?
been there before, huh?
Brick, what's the name of the drug that they use?
I don't know, bro. I ain't never done no shit that made me do that or have that kind of whatever that is, bro.
That bitch is on the motherfucking futon slump, and this bitch is eyes wide open, deer in headlights, nigga.
This is great shit, bro.
This is
Is
it,
she
man.
using
I
the
tell you what a
needle?
glorious day today was.
Only because there's somebody to talk to.
Hey, could you imagine this bitch standing on your porch like, "Can I talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" Bitch, if you don't get the fuck off my porch, what the fuck?
Bro, I'll tell you something though. I have been some places and I have never seen some shit like this. Like with the swords and shit. Like I've seen some things, but not that. It ain't never been that bad what I've seen.
I've seen it when I was working in a homeless shelter. Like I think the worst thing I ever seen was this guy. He took a turkey baster and he had some shit in it and he stuck it into his groin because his arms was just fucked. This nigga stuck every needle in every fucking vein that he ever fucking had except for his balls. So the nigga went in the bathroom and fucking had a literal turkey. He didn't have a regular syringe. Nigga had a turkey baster, legitly. And shoved that shit into his balls and shot the shit into his balls, man. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, I will say it's not because I haven't had the opportunity to. It's just that whenever it's starting to get that bad, I left. So, yeah. I mean, bro. That shit's wild. Like, there's bugs and blood on the ceiling, and like.
No, the bitch is sleep on the
couch. Sir, that's creative expression. She said herself.
It looked like an episode of Saw.
Like even if you are addict, it has to be one day where you at least have some type of like moment. Just like you need just like 4 seconds of clarity, just to look around you and see that the person next to you is getting fucked up the ass. The other person next to them is sucking dick, and all of y'all have literally your bones is exposed, and you have maggots in your shit. And something has to click in your mind and say enough is enough. Like what the fuck?
She said she's regulating her infection.
How many dicks do you suck before you realize that you have an addiction problem?
Yes, and your mate over there is sucking just as many.
Yeah, y'all both just holding hands. Like,
wait,
right?
Joe, that's teamwork. That is
teamwork.
teamwork.
Accountability partner, right? Accountability buddy.
What the fuck, nigga? What the fuck? I would feel bad as a drug dealer if like if the dope fiend came with their partner in crime and was holding hands, like, we'll both suck dick. Was just like, wait, stop, come on, man. Like, it got it. Like, you gotta have a conscience, bro.
You ever suck dick for some weed?
Send them away.
I've never sucked a dick in my life. What the fuck? No. What? Hell no.
Yeah,
that
should never be a qualifier on that. Okay.
Yeah, that was a hell of a goddamn question, because you know what? It's a wrong way to answer that question.
Yes, well, not for weed. Meaning, y'all sucked for us.
Exactly.
For weed, I have it. Now you're looking bad as fuck.
Right. Well,
Man.
the legend goes of this: you can be the greatest bridge builder in the whole entire world, but if you suck one dick, you now known as a dick sucker. It's just like, God
That's what you
damn, bro.
remember for, right?
Yeah. No one will ever know that you no one will ever know that you did 15 lines of coke and survived. Only thing that people will remember is that you sucked every dick in the room after you did the coke. No one will.
Monica
Exactly.
Lewinsky could be a fucking scientist. We would not know. She is just a nigga who blew Clinton in the Oval Office.
You know the greatest dick sucker on earth in our timeline was JFK's wife. Nobody outsucks that bitch. That bitch sucked off
Oh, Reagan's
everybody.
wife. Reagan's wife. It was Reagan's wife.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Nancy
Reagan's
going
wife.
around. That was blowing
Oh,
everybody.
Nancy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy, bro. Nancy. They called that
Yeah,
bitch jawbone.
Nancy.
They called that bitch jawbone.
She was pretty hot when she was younger, though, so I can see that.
Nancy was
70s
sucking dick on the deathbed. Shit.
I
You
mean,
ain't
she
never.
had super head reputation, Joe. She was
Hey,
bad like that.
you never got head from an old bitch with no teeth, man. It changed your life, bro. I'm telling you.
I had a
I'm
fat
telling you.
girl change my life.
True. That's true.
Like
I
that.
said, no. I read through all that bull and jibber jabber and that jibber jabber. I wasn't flattered. It doesn't matter. Don't try to twist and misconstrue your words now.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
Shit.
All right, Wrestler.
I
OG.
appreciate these long ass intros while we talking about grandmas and sucking dick. That was very disrespectful.
Yeah, how dare you interrupt grandma for that?
I had to, man. Y'all was talking about old people taking their teeth down and doing all that. We ain't trying to hear all that.
Man, like you. Oh, wait. You don't want to hear about an old bitch sucking dick, but you'll watch a white bitch motherfucking pick out her arm like it's goddamn giblets.
That's a whole fact.
Gnats and shit in there. Yeah.
I'm reporting this channel right now. I'm
That's a
reporting.
whole fact. Well, we want to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's content, sir. Ain't that what you
If
say?
you want to see a grandma named Jawbone get that thing around with no teeth, I got a video for you. Hold on, what's your email? I sent it to you right now.
That's all
You
right.
sure? It sounds like you want to see it because that's
That's all
content.
right. No, I'm good on that, brother. I'm good on that.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
He
Rez,
said I'm gonna head out.
OG, good to see you. Never a dull moment.
Appreciate you.
Especially
Appreciate
on the
you, Brick.
DVD. Yeah, brother.
All right, Brick.
Till next time.
Take it easy, Brick. Not wrestling. You know, you want some content. I got content for you. You want some content?
Oh no, I've got content.
Oh, so you got the grandma video too?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got some content relief for you.
What's that?
Tell you one thing, guys. Power tool sector is where it's at.
Power tool sector.
Power tool sector is off the fucking hook, man. There's so much fucking promotional money and free shit to be gained out of the power tool sector. It's fucking insane.
How? What? Don't you have to have a special set of skills in order to pull that off?
Sure. You gotta know how to use a drill, right? But
Yes.
anybody can unbox a drill. Anybody can unbox something and do a fabulous unboxing, and then to be continued. Right now, you're doing like little projects with it. You're going on site, doing on-site projects. You're doing project reviews. You're doing tool reviews. Like now you got people sending you tools.
What made you say that, bro? What made you say that? Is there a social thing over there? Is you know, it's a lot of people. I wonder what prompted you
big time. I mean, I'm telling you, there's more money in power tool sector than anywhere else on YouTube. For sure. Like doing live tool reviews at stores when they're having sales, doing live streams from the store, getting 1,000 people on stream, 400 to 600 people chatting, but well over 1,000 people watching you walk through a store and tell them what's on sale at Home Depot.
Sound like a cheat code, right?
No, it's just fucking weird that people are and watching airplanes land. Watching airplanes at the airports is a huge deal on YouTube. Big money in that. You're parked out in front of a runway, one way or the other, just videotaping planes all day. Making $300-400 a day just off of sitting there watching planes land. If not more, if not even more. There's a couple guys that are getting, consistently 2,000 people watching live every morning, all day long, throughout the nights.
Yeah.
Airplanes. Yeah. Airplanes for sure.
I saw a guy just posted.
I got a video in the back. It's just a little deal of me on a time lapse running a table saw. This video got over 1 million views.
You brought that shit up, and the other shoe dropped.
Just little shit like that, man. I'm telling you, it is so weird how different.
Russell, I'm down to see this video.
Product, right? It's product placement. It's not content like drama content. It's not personal relationship content. It's it's product.
What are you doing in the video, Fatty? What are you doing?
Just running a table saw. Just ripping boards through a table saw, But like just stupid shit like that for what they're worth, the amount of time that stuff takes.
Somebody beat you to it, man.
All the production value. Is that my mom yelling at you out the window? You too loud. All right. Joe's out in front of my mom's house in the driveway.
That's like the third or fourth motherfucker that they came over
here. Get this dollar super sticker out of here real quick. Appreciate you for the dollar super sticker. We're going to give you this one, right? I think it was this one.
Fat ass. Butter your own biscuit, fat ass. But ain't up your ass.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes.
Appreciate you.
Love it. Where'd that clip come from? I gotta steal that.
Hey, let's see Brick cutting the table.
I've been trying to throw a little something together, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come for the title of the best clips and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I got that, you know what I'm saying? Try to do a little something, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't have a nigga floating in the air. Everybody can't have it. Yeah, everybody can't have it. Yeah, look at her.
Like extreme sports.
Knock a nigga off the motherfucking feet and have him flying in the air.
Is that shit on your channel, Fatty?
Yes, sir.
Yep. I've got a couple on the way back on my channel, but I was in with these guys with VCG Construction, the Very Cool Gang, and we were doing tour reviews in like 2016, spring of 2017, when this live streaming stuff was first kind of kicking off, right? When you could hit live on your cell phone. And I was doing tour reviews in like Home Depots, Harbor Freights, different specialty tool shops around town. And then we'd take them out on site and do live tour reviews on the site while we're building houses.
And now you've noticed that people are doing that exact same thing and getting big money for it.
Yeah. I was doing shit. We had a good, well over 5,000 person, 5,000 subs. We'd have consistently 200 to 300 people in chat with like 1,000 person live rooms and like.
Wow.
The money was in the short years. Didn't buy any tools for my job, like table saws, chop saws, concrete saws, big hot saws, fucking weed whackers, lawnmowers. Like,
all right. Here's what I'm trying to figure out, nigga. Didn't you take a 10-year hiatus? What the fuck was that? And now you're redoing it?
Yeah, we got shut down. We got in a fight at a live stream at a Home Depot in fucking Liberty Lake in Spokane.
White people, bro.
Yeah, no shit. Because we're red tool sector, right? Milwaukee tools, right? Red tools. DeWalt guys, fucking idiots, right? Yellow tools.
I got DeWalt probably about you.
Oh, fuck those yellow tools. So a bunch of yellow tool sector guys came over to Spokane and fucking picked a bunch of shit with us in a live stream. We ended up having a fucking brawl on live stream, Home Depot on fucking.
This is when you know you listening to some white people shit. This motherfucker is literally talking about red and yellow tools and how niggas came together to literally throw fisticuffs over power tools. Niggas die over gender role conversations. Niggas die about dicky pussy conversations. Niggas be ready to fight because they called their woman a bitch on the internet. These niggas actually say, fuck your tool because my tool is better, and they gonna catch charges behind it. Hell no, I done heard enough. Nope.
Yeah.
Hey, good night, y'all. I'm going to bed.
Exactly. Yep.
Goddamn, this goddamn DeWalt. You ain't finna keep talking all my goddamn shit no right.
You know, talk about my motherfucking DeWalt, this motherfucker. I'll take this goddamn Ryobi and crack across your motherfucking neck, the son of a bitch.
Yeah, fuck a Ryobi, yo.
That's
green tool.
A waste of money.
Damn.
That's
actually
shit for
some of their shit
women.
is actually
They said Milwaukee was better than all of them.
Hey, Wrestler, I seen your ass back there in the goddamn backyard with that fucking Ryobi, you piece of shit. I saw you.
Yeah, you look like a Harbor Freight ass nigga to me.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? At the end of the motherfucking day, I get all my.
Doing here. But we hating on Harbor Freight for around here, man.
Hey, listen, I get all my shit
for the common man. You know,
I don't know what y'all talking about. I get all my power tools from T-Move, so fuck y'all.
So y'all niggas some tractor supply ass niggas.
Goddamn T-Move.
You goddamn right.
It's
that's really
ain't no T-Move. No T-Move hate while I'm around. Y'all motherfuckers not gonna be hating on T-Move. I got me a whole goddamn
T-Move, Joe?
Yeah, man.
You goddamn right.
Alone.
All the same
You
shit.
got that
It really is.
alone, bro.
The batteries are the way to go. Sure, the batteries, absolutely.
Bro, don't you know you can get a whole pack of you can get a whole 64 pack of socks on motherfucking T-Move for $2.99, and if you use all the discounts, you can get that shit for less than a penny, and you get points.
Shit.
Hell no! As soon as you put your foot on the bitch, the motherfuckers is tearing apart. But you know what? It look good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
They gotta be able to perform. I gotta need them tools to work.
They disposable like lighters if you get it off of T-Move, Joe.
Yeah, that's
Hey, look,
You
man.
can get a stick hammer on Temu now for fucking $2.99.
This is how I know that I'm around poor white people, right? Well, I went to a friend of mine's Christmas party that they had, right? The theme of the Christmas party was to be as broke as possible. These motherfuckers literally went broke and getting shit on Temu. And I said, wait a minute, how the hell?
Damn. How you manage that?
Spend money on looking broke.
How the fuck do you spend money on cheap shit and go broke on Christmas?
They could have just came as normal. They'd have looked like the brokest motherfuckers in the room then.
Well,
They don't
listen.
have to spend no money.
You got to keep buying and buying to get that free product, right?
Knock it off, Joe. Knock it off, Joe.
It was real life broke. They ain't had to spend no money.
Bro, I seen this motherfucker had a Temu microphone. That bitch looked like a butt plug. I said, what you gonna do with that? She's like, oh, I'm gonna do my live streaming with this. I said, bitch, you gonna sound like a fucking chipmunk. What the fuck is you doing? It's gonna work. No, it ain't, bitch. You gonna sound like a fucking idiot. But go ahead, though. You all right. You got it. This motherfucker talking about I got me. This motherfucker talking about I got a battery for my weed whacker off Temu. I said that bitch gonna explode, nigga. Plug it up if you want to.
Fucking router bits, man. Jigsaw blades. Cut off sawzall blades, man. All that shit. It's way cheaper on Temu. It's all the same shit.
No,
See what I'm saying?
no, it ain't all the same shit.
Yeah, it is, man. It really is.
No, it's
just
not.
going through 5 different hands and 3 different packagers.
Nah, I don't believe that shit, bro. Nah,
Router bits for sure.
When
guitars,
I was
dude. I'll tell you what, guitars.
Hell fucking no, especially not no goddamn guitar.
Yep.
Hell no.
You know what?
You get one custom made though. You get one custom made like you'd buy from Fender's Custom Shop.
off of
and you're going to
Temu?
spend maybe $1,000 where you wouldn't spend 3,000 in America
But
for
you gonna get that off Temu
the
though?
same
No,
parts.
bruh. Hell fucking no.
You ain't about to
You're
get
not.
that off no damn Temu. You get that shit on
Nah,
Temu. What the
yeah, you're
hell?
definitely not. That's what you're not.
Actually, it comes with a Fender sticker on it with a Fender serial
That's
number on
that
it.
same shit that you see. Okay, so you must
probably
not
used to
play
take the
guitar
white
or like
dude's
be too familiar with like
word for it.
guitars or nothing. Yeah, no, we not doing that. But this is the same like logic that people be buying them like fake ass Jordans, and then they go out on the basketball court and blow out the whole sole like on the first cut.
Like
Bruh.
the drum
Buying
guitars weren't real.
goddamn
Those
Air
were total
Afforders and
knockoff
shit.
fakes.
Yeah, for sure. Same with them goddamn guitars. Like you leave that guitar in your car overnight, and the whole neck is just fucked up because there's no stress rod inside of it, bro. There's no stress rod.
Ain't no fucking way. Niggas is actually flexing with Temu shit, dog.
Yeah, that's
I don't see how. If you want to, go ahead and keep on trying. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna get up off of there that's gonna be worth something. I mean, I get a couple of things off of there, but it ain't like stuff you're gonna really use.
I got a fucked up question. You know when you donate shit to a homeless shelter, they give you a tax write-off, right? So would it be wrong to order like $1,000 worth of Temu shit and like donate all of that shit?
Not necessarily.
Would it work?
Give it back.
You can only donate so much per year, though, per state. It's usually like a $1,000 or $2,000 kind of max or something. But good idea. Donate some bandages for that homegirl.
Yeah, that's off your own dime. That's off your own dime. But like, you can go to different locations. Like, I was having this conversation with somebody earlier. You know, if you have a 501(c), the government basically gives you like this checkbook. And what it is like for tax write-offs. So you can go around to different companies and have them donate to your organization. And then you can write them like this check for whatever that's worth. And that's a tax write-off for them. And then you can donate that, you know, or auction it off and generate some more money or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah, that's what we about to do. We about to order a whole bunch of shit off Temu and just donate that shit to the homeless shelter. Fuck it.
This thing out of line. Hey, make sure
That's
you get them.
helping the homeless.
Make sure you get them Temu watches because them Temu watches be iced out. Niggas be on Instagram with them Temu watches like them things is they be iced out with them Temu watches. So
Hey, them Temu watches be looking like $1 million.
yeah, the motherfuckers be fly, bro. I be like, ooh, I want to get it. Nah, I can't wear that, dog. That's gonna look terrible.
make sure you don't give not a single round of applause with that motherfucker on, because it's finna shatter in like 4 or 5 different pieces. As soon as you
them
got
straps
your
and
hands with
shit.
that goddamn watch on, it's going that way. That was gonna look like the goddamn 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be turn into a motherfucking mortar.
And with Trump and all of his tariffs, is that going to affect Temu? Because you know that's where all that shit come from.
Not yet, hasn't.
Yeah, they're still cooking over there on Temu.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well y'all take it easy and y'all have fun, man. I'm about to take mine.
All right, nigga.
All right, bro.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Be good.
Yeah, man. Tonight being crazy, bro. We had them people up here, the little Nas mama didn't act the fool. Just out here just doing too much. This lady showing her scabs and shit. I don't know what the hell she was doing. That shit was crazy.
That was crazy. I had to double back on y'all behind that one. I'm like, nah. I'm gonna see what they doing in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, bro. We didn't see worse today, though, Kev. We had some stuff on here, bro, that was supposed to. I don't think most people supposed to been seeing. You know what I'm saying? It looked nasty. Bumps on eyes and shit, missing pieces. It was all type of stuff.
But
Listen,
I think
did you see the
I think
shit,
you guys are just skipping an awesome opportunity. Oh shit! Not
Come
already.
on, Josh.
In the morning,
one of them. He in a scammer call center over there in India and shit.
No, I'm stateside now. Just to let you know.
Oh, my bad. You're right. Samantha.
Lock the doors, Ma.
Nah, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that video? The brother that's like he repossesses cars, and he was trying to grab somebody's whip, and bro had like a Ford Focus or something like that. he backed the shit in, like backed the tow truck in. It was like a flatbed, and he was underneath of the car half-ass, like trying to chain it up or whatever. And bro hopped in the driver's seat real quick, like, "Oh, you ain't taking my Ford Focus," and ran over bro's head.
No, but we will be watching that probably tomorrow. We definitely we're gonna be on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one for
I
sure.
only can show stuff like that on Rumble. I can't show it over here on YouTube. So
Nah, this is one you can actually show on YouTube. This is one you can't. It's not graphic at all.
I want to see the graphic.
That you can.
Yeah, I want to see the whole thing. Oh, okay.
No, you can. Yeah, you not. It's panned out so much that it's TOS friendly. You know.
Oh, okay.
But you can see what the hell happened. That's one of them ones you need to review because bro's rebuttal when he got his head ran over is top tier, like hilarious. God bless him, but that shit is funny.
Well, that shit sounds
obviously he's okay.
So,
yeah, he's fine.
Speaking of these crackheads, I think we're missing a really good opportunity here. I think as content creators, you guys can kind of hook something up. You know how the red pill is always talking about they ain't no women around here, right? They're all just incapable of working with, right? These girls look like they're a little passive, right? Just throw a little dope their way, right? And they'll submit to just about anything. So why wouldn't we just grab a couple of these crackheads, throw them up on panel, right? And we can basically demonstrate to the red pillars that there's plenty of women out here to be had. Just go down a local corner and pick them right up. No problem.
Isn't that what the Whatever podcast is for?
Well, that could be the case.
Touche, Fatty.
It could be the case, right?
I mean, we could switch it up to where it's not just some ortho dude yelling at crackhead girls.
Yeah,
and actually, create content. That's a fucking great idea.
I'm kind of hoping the crackheads will fight back a little bit.
I was thinking we'd put like two of them white girl crackheads in a car with Joe Cool in Seattle and see if they can make it to like Tampa Bay in like 3 days with only $200.
You know Joe's gonna like basically
call it road trip.
He's gonna jump out that car in the middle of the highway. He's gonna do it.
He ain't gonna make it ever. No, that's the best thing. That just that premise, it'll never happen.
Joe, how you feel Fatty trying to like off you like this on the middle of the highway, no less?
I'm only giving you half an ear, man. I'm getting at the crib.
They'd get to Portland, Oregon, and be like, "All right, shut her down."
I think this would be a decent show. I think we can shut the red pill arguing points down pretty damn fast over this. I really think.
Let me know about it. Send it. Make sure you figure it out. Get it all together. Send it to me in Discord. Let me do this. Resla, my good sir. All right. Y'all, we're gonna be having coming up shows this week. And then are you doing a show tomorrow, my good sir?
Probably.
All right, so make sure y'all go and have your notifications on and everything. Go make sure you go over to Resla's show tomorrow on Opinionated. He's gonna give us some fire. Make sure you go check that out. I should be popping on Saturday, my usual time, 7 o'clock. I'm pretty sure Resla probably gonna be on. Make sure you come check us out. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, we're going to be trying to do a little something different for y'all. We're going to look at it and see how everything flow this week, and then we might be switching some things up. But until then, Russ, you got anything for him?
Just maybe a show tomorrow, but definitely a show on Saturday.
That's for sure. Hey, y'all know how we do it. Appreciate everybody that came through, and we up out of here.
Rolling through the block, trolling through the blockchain, slinging heavy clout, spitting on the mic. What's the latest? What's about? Politicians ripping headlines, flipping out in the heart of the South, where the whispers turn to shouts. Meetings in the shadows, hustlers making plans, deals going down, gripping tight, shaking hands. City buzzing loud, news dap in demand. Dirty South vibe, deep roots, dirty land. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth for a tale to sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the crime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads not in syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell us then. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell us then. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell us then. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads not in syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell us then. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin.